Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Toon Review, and tonight it is the big one. It is England against Wales, and Wales have a mammoth task ahead of them. They have to win the game by, they've got to beat us by 4 goals, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. But what we're doing tonight is we got 2 co-commentators, all 3 of us. You can't beat that for a watch-along. Of course, with me commentating, and Billy and Alex will be down the side as usual and giving their thoughts during the game. So we're very, very much looking forward to this. So thank you for spending your evening with the Toon Review. We'll go through some comments in a moment, but what we're going to do first is go through the team. Alex hasn't seen the team yet, so I will pre-warn you that Alex hasn't seen the team, so there may be a bit of anger, but we'll wait and see. But anyway, here is the team lineup for Angleterre. We go with Jordan Pickford, Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Declan Rice, John Stones, Harry Maguire, Jordan Henderson, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Phil Foden, finally, and Jude Bellingham. Alex?
I don't get it. So he's going with Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Rice, Henderson, and Bellingham in midfield, and then Rashford, Kane, Foden. I'm not super against that. I think it's a much more sensible pick than the last couple of games. I think it's a bit harsh, the Kyle Walker for Trippier change. I feel like the only reason Trippier wasn't as efficient as he could have been is because Saka was so central the whole time, which was destroying Trippier's game. And now that he's changed it to somebody that might run the wing, he's swapped fullbacks. I don't know. This isn't too bad. It's not terrible. We'll see how it performs.
There's not. I mean, Henderson and Rice. There's not a lot.
Yeah, but this might allow Rice to get a bit further forward, which he's much better at. He was very poor in a 6, but we know he's much better in an 8 for West Ham when he's given a bit more license, a bit more freedom. Whereas when he had to be really disciplined, he was just passing it sideways all the time, and he really struggled in that 6 role. So this might help. Henderson is experienced enough, and hopefully he gets the job of sitting. I don't want to see Henderson bursting forward. I want the others to do that.
Billy Bob, thoughts on the team?
I'm glad to see Bellingham in a bit high up the pitch, if I'm perfectly honest. However, I'd like to see Maddison in there as well. So, I don't know. I just think he's playing for a draw, and certainly not a 4-0 defeat. But
what he's doing, Billy, is the usual. He's playing not to lose, isn't he? That's exactly the team there.
This is what it seems to me. It stinks of that to me. I must be honest. But I'm looking forward to see Rashford and Foden on the flanks. See if they can improve on what service Harry Kane's getting. Hopefully, he can stay in the penalty area and try and get a bit of service this week.
Well, that's let's see what happens tonight. This is how the Welsh line up against us. They go with Ward in goal, Davies, Roden, Mepham, Williams, Ampadu, Allen, Ramsey, James, Bale, and Kiefer Moore. Alex, thoughts on the Welsh team?
Dan James, obviously scary for pace. Kiefer Moore, we've got to be careful with in set pieces because he is a monster. And Gareth Bale, of course, when he's in the right mood, is elite. It just depends when that mood arrives. It's few and far between at the moment these days, but if he wants to, he can pop up with some magic. So we've just got to be careful. We've got to be very, very disciplined. Obviously, we can't stop a special goal, but we can stop a sweaty Kiefer Moore goal. Like, we need to make sure we're switched on from set pieces and stuff. So we just got to be in control of what we can control.
I have a feeling Mr. Bale might be fired up for this one, Billy, because it may be Gareth Bale's last appearance, obviously, for Wales and in a World Cup, of course. So he'll be up for it, won't he?
Yeah, he will be. But has Gareth Bale been playing the quality of football in America that will set him right for a World Cup game? I'm not so sure. We all know what his talent's like or what it was like. I'm not so worried about Bale, if I'm honest. I think we've been done dirty with Hennessy being sent off because I think Danny Ward's a far better goalkeeper than him, and he could be the man that's I think he's a far better keeper than Wayne Hennessy. He's one of the worst keepers I think I've ever seen. So I'm a bit cheesed off when he got sent off. But yeah, there's nothing there to frighten us whatsoever, in my opinion.
Okay. Interesting. Right, well, we'll go through some comments now. Just what are we? We're about 13 minutes away from kickoff, and we're doing the usual thing, guys. No spoilers in the comments. If you do put any spoilers in, you will be removed by the mods. You have been warned plenty of times on these watch-alongs before. Please don't put any spoilers in. If we're behind you, wait till we've commentated on it, because what Billy and Alex will be doing is if I'm behind them, they'll be pausing, waiting for my stream to kick off. And so we're all three are level. So if you want to do that at home, by all means do that. But no spoilers in the chat, please. Thank you very much. But as usual, if you do enjoy tonight's watch along, if you do want to hit that like button, that would be fantabuloso for us. And also, if you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button? Free to do so. Come and be part of the Toon Review community. And of course, hit the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload. And of course, you can donate to the channel as usual if you wish to by hitting that $sign, which is just underneath the live comments. So once again, thank you in advance for that. Right, a couple of comments we'll go through. Kieran says, absolutely shit. The lineup is so terrible. I hope Wales wins 4-0. England deserves to be out and Gareth needs to go. Picking favourites players is terrible. Interesting. Good evening, Tom. Can he cup draws well for the Toon? Hopefully a chance to boost my loyalty points. I don't think you get any loyalty points, Tom, for the cup games. I didn't last time. Alan McTeer says, to be honest, I'm not happy. Dropping Kieran Trippier to the bench and replacing him with a player who's hardly kicked the ball in anger these last 3 months is a worry. Hopefully my worries are allayed. Mary says, evening, fam. It's going to be a good game. Eaton is cheating, says, get Millets and Walker's legs tonight. We'll need him against Mbappe if we get to the quarters. Good evening to Rachel, and there you go, the usual mod rules. James, good evening to you. Evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. If you want, you can just pause the match stream and start it when TTR do so in your sync, or pause TTR at that point until your stream matches. It's better commentary. Thanks, James. If we can't beat a team with League One players in, we might as well get on the plane now. I know Wales have got to beat us by 4 goals, Alex, but we will not want to lose this game, will we?
No, definitely not. And they're not League One players. Let's be straight about that. Kiefer Moore's been improving a lot lately for Bournemouth, scored a few goals. Bale's only just left, a big club. You've got Dan James is still playing in the league. You've got a lot of players. That's a bit unfair to say. They've got players that are of a good quality, or good of a good enough quality to hurt us if we don't concentrate or if we make mistakes. So we have to treat them with respect. But we shouldn't be scared of them. It's difficult because of that performance against the USA, despite Southgate's bizarre comments. And some of the players' bizarre comments as well. I think they will know they need to do better. They've obviously done very safe interviews and said it's a point. We've got 4 points. It's okay. We're in a good place. Well, yeah, but I think they know they need to improve that because the fans and the country were not happy with that performance at all. It's not how we want to see England play.
Yeah, Billy, how do you think he'll send them out? I mean, will he send them out? Looking to win the game, or do you think he's going to go defensive?
Well, anyway, any sane man would be trying to win the group and get in a potentially easier second round side. But Gareth Southgate doesn't think like that. I don't think. I think he's just happy to qualify, and I think he set up the side to not lose. I honestly believe that. I'd hope we go out to try and win the game, and if we do, I think we'd win convincingly. But again, it's the manager's negative outlook on things that kind of. Exciting that for me.
Interesting. I Like Coffee says, does Kane still have a swollen ankle? It would have been better for England to rest his ankle than aggravate it further by playing him. Well, apparently he's fully fit, but he didn't look fit to me in the last game. Look, it is what it is with Harry Kane. He's not going to leave Kane out. As far as I'm concerned, and I think, Billy, you agree with me on this, is that Kane rules the roost, whether he plays or not, or whether he comes off a substitute or not. Because Southgate, he just doesn't have the balls.
I agree with that 100%. I honestly believe since Harry Kane came into the England side, even as a young player, he's been kind of wanting to take corners, throw-ins, free kicks, penalties, and generally ruling the roost. And obviously becoming captain, it exacerbates that. But he shouldn't have played against America on Friday. There was no way on God's earth he was 100% fit. But maybe he is now. But it's hard to tell with Kane because he doesn't move that lively anyway, does he? So.
Good point. I Like Coffee says Neymar had a swollen ankle in his first game, was rested for the remaining group game. Neymar's was slightly different. If you saw a picture
It was
of
a
Neymar,
bit bigger than that, yeah.
yeah, it's like he had an extra foot. A lot worse injury for Neymar. So look, people talking about food now in the chat. Good evening to Spacebar. Lee, good evening. Stu, good evening. Sophia, good evening to you. Tom, evening, matey. Peter says, good evening. Guys, you brewing with confidence for tonight? I don't think we could ever brim with confidence when we talk about England. We should win. We should win the game convincingly and comfortably. But when it comes to, confidence, I mean, you guys may feel different, but I don't. I'm never really brimming with confidence when it comes to England, Alex.
I'm fairly confident. They're of a similar quality to Iran, and we put 6 past them. There's the added complication of the fact it's Wales. No, the younger generations, I don't think that's as much of a thing. I don't think people particularly care about England, Scotland, England, Wales. For the younger generations, a lot of these lads are all under 30. Speaking for somebody around that age, I'm not sure it's going to be as much of a thing for a lot of the lads. And I'd expect them to go out and try and put as many goals as they can past them.
But of course, it all depends how Southgate has planned for the game and how Southgate sends them out, isn't it?
Yeah, well, at least he's not gone 5 at the back. He's managed to. He's kept Bellingham in the side. I mean, it would have been a war crime if he'd taken Bellingham out of the side with how well he's playing at the moment. So he's made compromises. I think Grealish or Foden had to play, and I'm happy he's picked Foden. I'm a bit confused by Rashford on the right. I don't think Saka deserved to be dropped. I think he just needed a different instruction. Maybe just play as a wide player, as he does for Arsenal. And Arsenal are top of the league for a reason. Use your players in the right way. It's very simple.
Yep. David says it's a Manchester back 4, Friends 11 plus Foden. Billy's background looks a bit like a sombrero. Yeah. Ian Fleming, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says, good evening, Paul, Billy and Alex and the mods. Not bothered who wins, just hope it's a good game. Well, it's got to be better than Fridays, that's a certainty. Daniil, good evening to you, my friend. Hope you're well. He says, what, no Wilson? Sadly not. Sadly not. Spacebar says, swap the personnel all you like, but if we were as static and passive as we were against the USA, expect nothing but a draw. Stu says, Southgate could put a glass eye to sleep. Imagine being stuck in a lift with him. I don't think I'd want to be stuck in a lift with Gareth Southgate. There's a few people I would, but not him.
Have you seen the Robin Ramesh Meet the Three Lions program on Sky? Where Southgate's actually quite humorous in that. But
well, he was quite jovial in his press conference as well, wasn't he? So I don't know. Maybe we'll see something different. Mary says Kane is risking that lovely ankle of his. I'm surprised he is playing at all, if not being saved for another game.
If Harry Kane wasn't going to play, it would have been Friday night. You'll see Harry Kane for the rest of the tournament now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Daniil says this is a cup final for the Welsh.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Welsh are going to have to come at us, aren't they? They're going to have to attack us, Alex.
Yeah, they are. Well, no, they're not necessarily. Fair enough, they've got to score 4 goals to do what they need, but do they have to score 4 goals for us to not qualify? Is that correct? But they might be able to qualify with just a win, if I'm not mistaken. It depends on results elsewhere. I'll double check that before we carry on. So I would still expect them to be compact. I don't think they're going to open up too much because of the attacking talent that we've got. They can't open up too much. So I would still expect them to be quite compact. A lot of people are saying, they're going to take the game to us and there'll be loads of space. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I think they're going to try and be fairly compact. They've got Kiefer Moore up front for a reason. Dan James, they might try and use on the counter-attack. We'll see. I expect them to be quite disciplined.
Interesting. Tristan's on about the game today, and obviously England needing a win to build momentum for the rest of the tournament. He's got a good point there, because if they get booed off again, it's not going to help them at all. Jordan says, I don't think it's a bad team, to be fair. Other than Trippier not being in it, looks okay to me. Barbara, good evening to you. I think it's good for us. None of our players are playing, but looking forward to the game.
I've got no qualms about Trippier being out either, to be honest, because I don't think he's been great, to be perfectly frank, in this tournament. His passing distribution hasn't been up to his usual standard, and defensively, he's not been helped by other players. But I think Kyle Walker allows that. I think he's a much more pace and probably a better defender.
Yeah,
obviously the quality going forward.
Interesting. James says, did anyone see that Iranian journalist have a go at the USA player for the way he said Iran and people say Iran? It was funny. I do hope Iran win. Jurgen Klinsmann also had a go at Carlos Queiroz. It's a wonder that Queiroz hasn't tweeted you as well, Alex, because you had a go at him the other week, didn't you?
Did I? What did he say?
Well, he had a go at Jurgen Klinsmann for having a comment about Iran, but you obviously went to town on Carlos Queiroz the other day.
I'm lost.
What do you mean you're lost? He basically, Jurgen Klinsmann had a go at him, right? So he tweeted back to Jurgen Klinsmann, kicking off about what Klinsmann had said. So I'm just surprised he hasn't tweeted you after what you said about Queiroz, calling him a madman and he's not right in the head and all of that.
I don't even know which guy this is.
The Iran manager.
Carlos Queiroz.
He's the yeah, of course. It clicked now. My brain was away. I couldn't connect
clearly,
the dots.
Clearly.
Yeah, no, I thought he was but he's right in that regard. You've got to respect you've got to show some respect. You say the country correctly. It's I agree with that. There's got to be a certain level of etiquette and decorum, no matter, it's to do with people's identity and their nationality and their values, and you've got to show some respect for that.
Indeed,
I don't think that. And to be fair, the I can't remember. Was it Adams who got asked? It could have been McKennie. I can't remember. And he apologized and answered it very maturely. And it was
Looks
a very
like
good interview, to be fair.
Right, get ready to pause, because Wales are just in a huddle at the minute. So if you guys pause,
you're a bit behind then.
Yeah, I'm going to pause as soon as it kicks off.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, good lads. Let me just get the clock ready. Not that this bloody clock's terrible anyway.
They're taking their knee first anyway, so both sides.
Oh, they really?
Yeah, they've done it now. So pause.
Okay. And remember, guys, if we are behind you, please don't put any spoilers in. It just spoils it for everybody else. Wait till we've commentated on it. Or if you want to join us, what we're doing, pause your stream until we kick off. I'm looking forward to this. I want to see a few goals from England today, guys. That's what I want to see. So let's just hope.
Well, we might get some nice link up from Bellingham and Foden, Rashford with a bit more. Hopefully, we see some old school Rashford, a bit more of the powerful runs, athleticism. It's got the right ingredients for a good team. We'll just have to wait and see.
Indeed. All right, just about to take the knee, and then we'll get on with it, shall we? Come on, England. Come on, England.
Sound like come on, Eileen, then.
Yeah, but that's the tune. I'm actually singing that too, Billy, to be fair. But there you go. We're underway. Here we go. Go.
Murray Walker.
Go. Right, so there you go. And we're underway. Jojo says, are you guys showing it on here? No, we're not allowed. We basically just commentate. That's what a watch-along is, unfortunately. If we were to stream it on here, it would cost us a lot of money. An absolute bomb of money. And possibly a jail sentence. So I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to pick the soap up in the shower in a dodgy conditions like that. No way. But anyway, we're underway. And the ball is with Rashford. And who's just kicked that straight out of play? Was that Henderson?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Right, yes, okay.
Come off his right branch.
Yeah, just kicks it out of play. Cliff said taking the knee is not a good sight. Well, your opinion, mate. Fez, good evening to you. He says, Henderson, why Southgate? Why? Well, hopefully he'll have a decent game and we can get a result out of it. But hey ho, we shall see. The ball is with Ward in the Wales goal at the moment. And it's out to Ben Davies on the left-hand side, who just punts it forward. John Stones, nice bit of work there. He's got Kiefer Moore all over him, but rolls it back to Kyle Walker. Inside now to Harry Maguire, who I thought was England's best player against the USA by a standout mile. Rashford now. He's come across to the left-hand side now. I'm not sure. It's just swapped straight with Foden as soon as it's kicked off. Rashford's gone to the left now. So Foden on the right. But Foden doesn't play there for his team, does he?
He floats around, doesn't he? He does float around, doesn't he? He can play anywhere, can't he?
Well, I know, but I'm just going off what Southgate's comments were the other night about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what a stupid comment to make. Really stupid.
It'd be funny if he's trying to do inverted wingers as he's taking Trippier off, which is literally how he plays for us with inverted wingers in front of him.
Yeah. Novik says, could be wrong, but I think you're about a minute behind, Paul. Yep, probably. So if you want to pause until we catch up, and then away you go, and you can be right level with us.
Yeah, Foden is definitely left-footed, so the switch is just for inverted wingers at the moment, and they're still on both sides.
Pool King says, I'm done with this channel. If you think taking the knee is good stuff, we'll unsubscribe and watch elsewhere. We didn't say it was good stuff. I just said basically that was his opinion. Christ almighty. Honestly, what the hell's wrong with people?
We're not getting political. You guys have got your opinions.
All I said was, exactly, I said it was your opinion. I didn't say I agreed with it or disagreed with it. Keep your knickers on, man. Jesus Christ. Keep political comments out of it anyway. We don't bother with political stuff on here. Anyway, the ball is with Rashford at the moment, and he's gone all the way back to Harry Maguire. I hope we're not going to see this knocking it about at the back for like 5 minutes like we did the other day, because that will test my patience. John Stones brings it forward, plays it inside now to Declan Rice. Rice goes out to the left to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw down the line to Rashford, who goes all the way back to Harry Maguire.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
It's one of these draw them out things again, isn't it?
Yeah, that was really annoying. He could have turned and had a run at the defender.
He could have. Yeah, he could have.
But as usual, we are going backwards again. Not a great start, to be honest. Jordan Pickford now with the ball. Kiefer Moore breathing down his neck, and then it goes to Maguire. Maguire will bring the ball out at, not a rate of knots. Excuse my throat tonight, guys. I've had a bit of cold and a cough, so it hasn't been great. Maguire, long ball forward, looking for Rashford. That's a good ball. Rashford on the left-hand side. Not really the greatest of control, but it went out of play. That's frustrating. Alex, thoughts on the first 5 minutes?
Confusing, considering Southgate was very happy with the tempo in the first game against Iran. He quoted that there wasn't enough zip in the game against USA, and we needed to rectify that and move the ball quicker. And we've started this first 5 minutes by moving the ball the slowest I've ever seen. Just bizarre.
Not great at all. Ashley 80 says, great to see all three of you. Thanks very much. Anthony says his knickers are on, but they're in a twist and giving him a wedgie. Okay.
Oh, dear me. Schoolboy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, dear me. Henderson late in on Joe Allen there. Joe Allen's not very happy and indeed does win the free kick. Henderson, as usual, puts his arm out and says, me? These keys are these keys. Anyway, Wales get on with it quite quickly. We're forcing them back. It's a ball. It goes all the way back to Danny Ward. Kane breathing down his neck. Ward thumps it forward, takes a tumble as he kicks it. Harry Maguire, totally fresh air header, misses the ball. It's now with Luke Shaw. Shaw up to Bellingham. Bellingham turns onto his left, plays it down the line to Rashford. Rashford then back again straight to Declan Rice. Why isn't Rashford turning and running with the ball? Why is he?
Maybe there's no communication then. He's not being told he's got space to turn into. I mean,
honestly,
unbelievable. I've seen in his first 6 minutes, there's been a lot of schoolboy errors going on, and
yeah,
I'm going to assume communication is one of them because he could have turned in and run at the defender.
Yeah, absolutely. Twice. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Anyway, it's back with Harry Maguire, and again, very slow pace, very slow. Maguire now decides to bring it out. That's better. Plays it out to Rashford. Rashford, terrible touch again. What the bloody hell, man? And then Declan Rice just bundles into Ramsey, and it's a free kick to Wales. I mean, Rashford's had 2 touches now, which have been absolutely dreadful, Alex.
Yeah, he looks very rusty. Ball's just bouncing off his boots. He's not controlling things properly. Rice being reckless.
Yeah.
Very poor start. They look very nervy, very rusty.
Wales run it out to play now, so it's their turn to have a bit of a wobble. England's 16th World Cup appearance, apparently. There you go. But they will not be in it for very long when they come up against a good side. If we're just so slow compared to the first game, I don't understand. Anyway, Wales come out with it now. Ball played down the left, looking for Dan James. Nowhere near him, and Kyle Walker will just pick the ball up for a throw in. Predators the same as always, backwards and sideways. No one looking for that killer pass or through ball. I know it's in the first 10 minutes of the game, but you've got to dictate how you want to play the game, Billy, surely.
To me, this has been the worst 7.5 minutes start to a game I've seen in the World Cup so far, and I include Qatar and all that in that. Yeah. It's been shocking. Both sides have been absolutely dreadful. Control, no tempo to the game whatsoever. It's just really, really sloppy and scrappy. It's not good viewing, I've got to say.
Yeah, that's a poor header from John Stones. Dan James plays it to the back. Craig says, with these players, apart from Kane, should be playing the high press and putting the Wales team under pressure. But I don't think Southgate knows how to press. Well, he just picks the phone up and he rings Sir Edward of the Howe. And he'll tell him. Long ball towards Dan James, goes out for a throw-in. This is absolutely awful so far. But there's lots of time left, lots of time for it to get better. Those England fans look like they're thinking, what are we doing here? Seriously. Mary says, you can't even put it down to the heat. Exactly. Rachel says, it's nice to see Alex has his face paint on tonight. I was going to wear the wig again, but it was just too hot sitting in that wig. It was unbearable with me Mohican. Anyway, Maguire into Rice back to Maguire. Maguire head up and then just gives a little pass to Walker. Walker then back to Stones. Stones then to Walker. Walker now moving forward over the halfway line. A diabolical ball into Bellingham. I mean, he literally blasted that like a bullet from a gun.
That's better.
That's better from Harry Maguire. Ball played through to Rashford. Good save by Danny Ward. Rashford one-on-one, and Ward stayed big and made the save. The first real opportunity of the game. Alex, should he have scored?
100%. You knew exactly what that chance was going to look like as the pass was on. Rashford made the run. He knew he had time. He had time to set himself. Definitely needs to be hitting the target there. Got to be getting around the keeper. The keeper wasn't that close.
Yeah.
Best chance so far, or only chance so far.
Absolutely. Hopefully, this gets England going. To be honest, given the start, Kyle Walker screaming for somebody to come to him and give him the ball, but he goes back to John Stones, and Kyle Walker. First sign of frustration there that nobody was showing themselves for a pass. So he had to go backwards. Anyway, Luke Shaw now halfway through the Wales half on the left-hand side. Plays it into Harry Kane, who completely misses the ball. And Wales have it back now. And then play a terrible pass out to the left-hand side. Looking for Dan James, who's going up against Kyle Walker. But now Foden has it for England. Foden plays it out to Kyle Walker. Walker is going to pull it back to Jordan Henderson. Henderson plays it into the box. It's cleared away. Slightly better by England the last couple of minutes to start the press. He is Harold Maguire now on the ball in the middle of the park. But again, he slowed it right down to a walking pace. And now it's going all the way back to Pickford. Honestly, when you're on top like that, Billy, surely you've got to keep the momentum instead of... slowed right down again.
Yeah, I thought the Rashford chance was a really, really good chance, and I think you have to give credit to the goalkeeper. I think he did get out really quick, but he should still have scored. Like you say, the momentum's gone a bit now, but we've still got control of the ball, so maybe we're trying to lull him in a little bit.
Yeah.
Hit him with some sharp attacking any second now.
Kyle Walker on the right-hand side for England again, all the way back into England's half. I mean, that's frustrating. You know, he's halfway inside the Wales half, and then he goes back to halfway inside the England half.
It's frustrating more so when you've got players in front of him that can beat anybody on the day. Where Foden can go past anyone. Rashford's got the pace to go past anyone. They're still going back. There's no...
I mean, it's like we said the other night, though. This is coming from the manager, without a doubt. Because these players don't play like that. The normal game is to attack.
Yeah, there's no ambition there at all once you get into the final third, and that's where we're lucky.
Anyway, it's back with Pickford now. Walking football's this space bar. Can't wait for 90 minutes of Jordan Henderson passing it backwards. Well, again, look at this, man. We're trying to play out. There's only Kiefer Moore pressing us, who isn't exactly, filled with pace. And we struggle to play it out. Here's Joe Allen for Wales as they try and set something up now. And, of course, the Welsh will definitely be wanting to win this game today because they will want to have bragging rights. There's no doubt about that. Poor ball down the line. It's back with, and there's Gareth Bale, who I forgot was on the pitch. But I'm touching wood with that, by the way. I'll shut up. Don't write Gareth Bale off. Jim says, sorry, but this reminds me of why our international games are snoozers. One decent game followed by 9 crap. The only future is Southgate out. Interesting. Rachel says, England, the masters of passing backwards. I mean, look how slow they are. There's nothing here to get inspired about.
It's almost as if the ghost of Ray Wilkins has been coaching the team.
Well, absolutely. That is a good ball. That's a very good ball. Now, Luke Shaw, that's a handball, surely.
It is.
Indeed it is.
Back, wasn't it?
Just tried to dink it past and clean.
I'm not sure it was.
Bit unlucky, I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the
He's
penalty.
out quick there. Look, with Galaxy's out really.
It was a good
forward.
save. Yeah, really good save. Let's not take anything away from the goalkeeper there.
Rashford takes a staggered step and tries to hit it on the second stagger.
Yeah.
To try and obviously put the goalkeeper off, when in reality hitting that first time probably gets him the goal.
Yeah.
It allowed Ward to close a bit more distance. He went with a 50-50. It was first shot or stagger and second shot, and he lost a 50-50, unfortunately.
Yeah, he didn't make his mind up quick enough, did he? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting now because Kyle Walker did put a few beauties in against the USA, but we had nobody on them until Harry Kane in injury time. So will we see something different here? Coming up to the quarter-hour mark of this game. Here comes the free kick. It's another good one to the back post, but Maguire nowhere near it. Comes out to Foden on the edge of the box. Foden hits it! Just wide. But at least that was promising. Foden looking up and thinking, right, I'm going to hit this. Certainly not frightened to have a go, Alex.
I think just wide was flattering there. I think he didn't connect with the ball very well, and it was a good 3 meters to the right of the goal.
All right.
Nice to see us getting space to have a shot, but I'd like to see us being a bit more productive with it. Like we do at club level. Let's try and create high value opportunities, not just Fabian share it every 5 minutes.
Malcolm says, I'm surprised Southgate didn't pick Colback playing backwards and sideways. V for Vendetta says, I like Rice. I think he's good, but I think he is more responsible than most for slowing everything down.
There's not a lot of pace.
Danny Ward straight out to play on the halfway line. He's got a smile on his face. I'm not sure why. I don't think his manager's very happy with him.
Not at all, no.
But as it stands, Iran are going through with England. That is how it stands. United States on 3 points and Wales with 2. Long ball from Bellingham out to the right-hand side to Foden is an absolute peach. Foden brings it down brilliantly, plays the ball in straight away for Jordan Henderson, who was tackled straight away. England have a throw-in, though, deep in the Welsh half.
You see all these sides in the World Cup, they're all lively sides. We've got no pace in the side apart from really bad.
Yeah, I agree. You look at some of them, the way they play. I mean, Spain, for instance, very, very quick movers of the ball and I don't know. I mean, here's another one. Why are we going backwards? Why? There's no reason for it. Seriously, guys, we're in an attacking position and now we're back on the halfway line. What is that about?
It's going to go back again.
I mean, guys, you're watching this the same as me. I mean, that is frustrating as hell. Is it not?
In a minute, we'll have a long ball that goes to nobody. You watch.
We were on the edge of their box, Billy, and we've played it all the way back to the halfway line.
Yep.
My God. It's chipped into Harry Kane. He gets a flick on to absolutely nobody. Bale then tries to get in on Luke Shaw. That's a positive run by Luke Shaw. Harry Kane falls over and wins a free kick. This is a good opportunity for England here.
Come on, Trippier. Oh, he's not playing. Shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, Foden's on the pitch. He's capable of a lot. I think Rashford
definitely
can take
a free kick for a right-footed player, though.
Well, I think Harry Kane will want this.
Yeah. Well, Rashford's over it as well. I think Rashford,
well.
yeah. Fez says, fuck me, bring on the second half of the Premier League, please. This is just a snooze fest. Viva Vendetta says, it's Rice just watching me. He's telling everyone to slow it down. Simon says, Kieran Trippier over the wall. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, indeed.
Oh, Kane's not even there.
No, it's Luke Shaw and Declan Rice over the ball.
It's definitely not Luke Shaw's side, is it?
Not left footer, surely.
This goes to the other side. I mean, it's Danny Ward in goal. He could get beat at that post, I guess.
I mean, Jordan Henderson's doing all the marshalling here. Where the hell's the captain? He's just standing in the box. I'm not sure what's going on here, but anyway, I think it might be Declan Rice.
Surely.
Yeah.
And this is why strikers shouldn't be captains. I know that's controversial because we had Shearer, but you need somebody further back in the pitch that can see the picture and sort of move people.
Do you know what? Luke Shaw could hit this. Try and bend it into the top corner there. Yeah, I think if anyone's going to hit this, it's going to be Luke Shaw. It is.
It's
crossed. Oh, he's crossed. Back post. Maguire. That's a corner, surely. He's given a goal kick.
Piss poor free kick.
I think it was a corner, though, to be fair. Let's have another look. Harry Maguire jumped. I think that was a corner. Closer look here.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's
a corner.
I think it's safer to give a corner there, isn't it? Definitely. Yeah, it came off Ampadu's
corner.
second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maguire heads it into Ampadu's head.
Jesus Christ. James says, I think we're just used to attacking football from Newcastle. Just not how Southgate works, sadly. Yeah, but this isn't defensive football. This is just this is just we shall not lose. Good play by John Stones there. Dan James looked the press. Go on, Billy.
Just maintaining possession just to keep the ball so they can't score. That's basically what they're doing so far.
Anyway, Wales have a throw in midway through the England half yet. But this one is going to go back, and we are going to win a throw in. No, it goes back to Danny Ward. And he plays it right on. That's a terrible kick again. Kiefer Moore heads it on to absolutely nobody. But it looks like Wales aren't going to press either. Wales aren't pushing early on either, which you thought they probably wouldn't, Alex. They're not really pushing us. They're just sort of feeling the game out in these first 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, despite our boring football, they're not stupid. If they do leave gaps, then the players are talented enough to exploit them. So they have to show some kind of respect and discipline with their formation. But yeah, Wales just looking to wait for a mistake because we do have them.
Yeah, there's one or two mistakes in this team. As we are again just knocking it around at the back. It's with Pickford right now. Long ball played forward by Pickford to absolutely nobody. Headed away. Allen heads it on. Good work there again from John Stones. Almost getting through there. Foden. I mean, Wales are living on the edge at the little bit in defence. Kyle Walker there.
Oh, dear.
Well,
a flick from Kane there, by the way, is one-on-one with the keeper. Because the took across the defender. That's a yellow card all day long.
It's a yellow card for Kiefer Moore, definitely. You can't be letting them go early doors, otherwise it's going to set a precedent for the rest of the game. Didn't get anything on the ball there.
It was a terrible touch initially by Kyle Walker, though, which put him in the trouble he was. He's looked rusty as hell, which is understandable given the amount of game time he's had. But there you go. England free kick, which John Stones is going to take. And it's now played across to Harry Maguire. God forbid we take a free kick forward, but never mind. Here's Luke Shaw. Rashford comes in to meet that. Rashford turns inside, getting his shirt pulled a little bit by Williams, but the referee allows play to go on. Ball's now with Declan Rice. Rice into Foden. Foden's got Kyle Walker on the outside. Foden then makes a dummy run. It's played back to Jordan Henderson. Henderson now back to Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. Walker, again, he's pointing for people to make a run, but he's gone back to John Stones, who then goes back to Harry Maguire. This is, we keep it going, though. That's better. One-touch pass, and Luke Shaw, Declan Rice. Rice going forward, that's better. Rice plays a 1-2 with Luke Shaw. Much better from England, this terrible touch from Rashford, but Luke Shaw gets it back. Shaw's whipped the ball in. Kane's at the back post. No, it's Henderson, unmarked. He miscontrols it. What an opportunity.
He got a terrible bounce out, to be fair to him.
He's a Mac and Billy. Anyway, Declan Rice, he's got a chance to play it into Jordan Henderson. He looked slightly offside there. The linesman said, no, England have a throw in right by the corner flag. Yeah, it did bounce over his head, to be fair, but, you know.
If he'd have done a 1-inch jump, he'd have controlled that. I don't know why he did just let it.
I don't think he was expecting to bounce. I really don't think he was expecting to bounce.
It's not a rugby ball.
No,
that's a good point. Oh. Henderson, he's brought down, and England have a free kick now in a very, very good position where they can put this ball across. Sophia says, this is so boring. I'd rather watch Countryfile in a caravan on a wet Sunday afternoon. Well, I hope we're not boring you, Sophia. You know, we try and, you know, we try and get through these games as best we can with a bit of humour and a bit of anger, which is always the case with England.
To be fair, we're actually seeing some positive things from Declan Rice in the last 2 to 3 minutes. This is what he does when he plays a little bit further forward. He's just not used to that 6 role.
Totally agree. Anyway, Henderson and Foden are over this free kick, which is whipped in by Henderson. Harry Maguire, there was no commitment from Maguire as if to say, I'm not sure this ball's coming here. Rashford now cuts inside onto his right foot. He has a shot which is blocked, and he stayed down because it hit him in the head. That was brave defending, actually, to get in the way of that. Let's be honest. You know,
it was. He dipped his head into that shot as well. That's very brave.
Yeah.
Take a bow.
You're also getting the sort of, you hit the head with a ball like that, your neck snaps back as well. So Ashley 80 says, seems only Rice and Man City's lads are playing okay. Everyone else have gone missing. Daniil says, your commentary is more entertaining than what's on the pitch. Thank you very much. And Sean says he'd rather watch any UFC training session in Saudi. Look, there's what? We're 25 minutes into the game here, or coming up on 25, and it ain't been good. Rashford had that real good opportunity, which Danny Ward was off his line in an absolute flash. But apart from that, it's been poor. But there's plenty time to go. Wales have offered nothing, Billy.
Absolutely nothing. No ambition, no nothing. No quality. The better players aren't getting hold of the ball at the moment. They're lucky that we're playing so badly, to be fair to them.
Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned Bale having a touch yet, you know.
I don't think he has. Or Ramsey, for that matter.
Dear me.
Although that being said, I do think we need to try and get Bellingham into this game a little bit more. He's done a couple of absolutely incredible long passes, but we'd rather have him slightly higher up the pitch.
Yeah, I totally agree. Anyway, Williams is getting back to his feet very slowly. He's definitely dazed, but he looks okay. I think he'll be able to carry on.
I mean, had he not been there, that shot was travelling at some rate, and it looked on target. It looked on target from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it would. I think it would have caused Danny Ward to, you know, he would have had to make a save, whether it be straight at him or he would have had to sort of dive to save it. But obviously, we'll never know. But Williams is now off the pitch, and the referee is going to drop the ball for Declan Rice right in the centre circle, and he plays it to John Stones, who immediately goes to Foden. Foden now immediately has 2 Welsh players to deal with, drops it back to Kyle Walker, goes back to Foden. Foden now cutting in, has a look, looking for support, gets it, and it's back with Foden again. Foden's looking to try and, you know, do something. You can tell the way he's moving. That was a late tackle again coming in there on Foden. It's now played back to John Stones. Stones has Maguire in support, pushing into the halfway through the Wales half here. That's better. Nice quick touches from England. Rashford, unfortunately, loses it.
Shaw needed to go with him there. He left him on his own against 3 players.
Absolutely. Kiefer Moore shows the touch of a bison, really, bouncing off his hoof, and it was terrible. But England have a throw in.
Henderson, strangely enough, is playing ahead of Foden on the right wing whenever we try and build on that right side. It's a very strange setup. I'm not sure what we're trying to do here.
It's very long stuffy, isn't it? Occasionally doesn't it? First.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
That's a nice
Bellingham.
knock.
Lovely ball out to Foden.
Oh, dear.
Foden just can't control it, but he's going to keep it in. On the halfway line now with Kyle Walker. Walker again looks forward. Jinks past a man, goes sideways then to Jordan Henderson. Henderson then down the line. It's asking a very, very great deal of Phil Foden, and that's going to be a free kick to Wales. Foden going hard in there on Ben Davies. And as soon as Davies feels a touch there, he's going to go down, isn't he? Whether it's a slight push or just a bit of contact. Ben Davies,
I don't know why the players do it, because they know the free kick's going to get given. They should get told in training, just don't touch them when they're shepherding the ball to the line, because if you touch them once, they're going to go over. The referee's always going to give the free kick.
Spacebar says, meanwhile, in the World Paint Drying Watching Championships,
Well, Steve Bruce is ahead there.
Absolutely.
Oh,
that's poor from Foden, straight to Joe Allen. Wales trying to get it down, but to be fair, Foden realised his mistake then. Preston won the ball back, and it's out for a throw into Wales.
At least the first pitch pass was a little bit ambitious, so it's not control it, pass it back.
Well, I think that's what he's trying to do, Billy, from what I've seen of Foden so far. He's trying to make things happen.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the quality around him isn't quite there at the moment. Well, Gareth Bale is playing. There he is. Here's Kiefer Moore for Wales. I'm not sure he meant that, but he's still got the ball. Good hustling by England. That's much better. Kane now. He's very heavy touch from Harry Kane. The referee allowed play to go on.
Slow is he?
And he's lost the ball. Terribly slow from Harry Kane. And he basically absolutely offered nothing. And Henderson brings down, I think, Williams there. And it's a free kick to Wales. Harry Kane there just glided through the pitch. And then I think the Welsh player must have been about 10 yards away from him there. And he caught him up and took the ball off him. Really, really poor.
He knew he was actually looked around and seen him and still wouldn't pass the ball. Just ridiculously selfish play from the captain. Ridiculously selfish.
It's now with Ben Davies over on the left-hand side for Wales. Plays it up to Dan James. James, a quick touch, but John Stones knew it was coming.
Ooh.
Oh, and then Dan James is very, very late on John Stones. And that's
he's done. He thinks he's done now, Stones.
He doesn't look very happy. Has Dan James been booked? He has indeed. That's the first booking of the game, remarkably, because there's been some very iffy tackles gone on early doors in this game, but it still remains Wales 0, England 0. And I don't know how to really describe the first half hour, apart from utterly shocking. Craig says, Kane is terrible, played for a foul and couldn't even do that properly. Dinosaur Tactics says Top G.
Ooh, that's borderline red to me, that is.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
VAR checking. That's horrible.
That's nasty. But it doesn't look like VAR are going to check it because the referee said we can play. So they're happy with a yellow card as well. V for Vendetta says no crosses, no forward runs. Everyone on top of each other when in advanced areas. Why can't we play with a pacey forward? Because Harry Kane rules the roost and he says if he's playing or not. Simple as that. Anyway, long ball by Maguire. That was poor. Ball is remarkably still in play, however. Dan James. I mean, this Welsh side have absolutely offered nothing. And I mean, they are poor. There's no doubt about that. Wales are a poor side at the minute. They're offering nothing. Now, whether this is their ploy, I don't know. This could be their ploy. It could be what they're planning all along is to just, hold us back and then maybe open up a little bit more in the second half because they've got to.
It doesn't make sense here from Wales. It doesn't make sense. If you were the Welsh manager and you had one pacey player on your side, you wouldn't stick him on the fastest English defender, would you? You'd put him on the other side of the pitch, wouldn't you?
Anyway, here's Phil Foden on the right-hand side. Back to Henderson. Henderson plays it back to Walker. Walker into Stones. Stones, he's got Henderson wide. He's getting into Foden now. Foden on the touchline. Back to Henderson. It's going backwards. Declan Rice back to Harry Maguire. He comes forward though. Good run by Harry Maguire. He's in the box now, Harry Maguire, and he whips the ball. Well, I think it's fair to say, Alex, that was a centre half's cross.
It was a shot. It was a shot cross that went out, or a throw in. It was that bad. Oh dear Lord!
I mean, I think he's actually trying to shot there, isn't he? That's not a cross. Because
I need a thesaurus to describe that.
Yeah,
abysmal.
But on the flip side of that, a positive run from Harry Maguire. Actually,
very positive.
Bringing it forward into the box.
He was indeed proving why he is a centre half and nothing else.
Rashford's having a stinker so far. I think that's fair to say. I mean, that was dreadful again, Billy.
I don't think he's actually passed the ball to an English player yet. I think he's been absolutely awful.
Seeing Kieran Trippier and Saka having a laugh down on the touchline along with Grealish. Spacebar says he's got a foot like a 9-iron. Anyway, Wales trying to pass it out again, and they're just all out of the shop. Honestly, they're so lucky to play in England at the minute, because if this was one of the big teams, they'd be about 5-0 down by now, the way Wales are playing. And to be fair, it's how they've played in the whole World Cup. They've had a very poor World Cup. Iran still going through as it stands. But should Wales win and Iran and USA draw, Wales would go through. So there's still plenty to play for. So you know, Wales. I mean, it must be difficult that whether to push or whether to not push, and because of the way it stands, and because they'll be thinking they can sneak this by the odd goal, maybe.
They definitely can with how we're playing.
Absolutely. Luke Shaw into Rashford. Now, what can Rashford do? Absolute garbage.
That was Shaw's fault, to be fair. He wasn't looking, was he?
But but the pass was still dreadful, Billy. Yeah, they're reading it like a book. Declan Rice plays a little 1-2 with Henderson. Henderson out to the right-hand side, Kyle Walker. Opportunity to cross the ball. Finally does. No one there. And it's headed away, and it will be an England throw halfway through the Welsh half.
Good cross as well, it was.
Yeah, there's no... Where was Harry Kane there? Bellingham's the furthest forward. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
I've been saying for years this team's hamstrung with Harry Kane's presence. He really does hamstring the team. Because you can't press with him. He drops deep too much.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, listen, I'm not saying Harry Kane's overrated. He's a fantastic striker. But I think a lot of people, they praise him too much. He's you look at other strikers in the world, and is Harry Kane really one of them? I don't think he is. Anyway,
his goal record would suggest otherwise, but...
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah.
I mean,
it does throw your system out of the window when you've got him. It depends how you're trying to play.
Yeah. Well, Williams has got to come off here because he's obviously... See, again, the concussion protocol, you get a bang on it. I know it was... Look at how hard Rashford hit that shot. It hits him on the top of the head. I mean, he doesn't seem to have a clue where he bloody is at the minute. They're doing the pointing thing, but I think Wales are going to make a change.
You wait to tell him he plays for Nottingham Forest, they'll have a relapse.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth pointing out that this will give us an extra substitution because of the concussion rule, so we will have 6 subs.
Yeah, he won't use all 6, though. You know what he's like.
He might give Phillips a run. He might give Cody and Dyer and people like that a run.
Yeah, you never know. If we do score 2 or 3 goals, then it means you can give Phillips and Cody minutes, so we'll see.
Well, Williams is telling the physio that he doesn't want to come off. Now, it's not up to him. It's not up to Williams whether he comes off or not. It's up to the medical staff. And this is where this is the problem we've got with these players who, have concussion symptoms and decide that they know best when they should be listening to the medical advice. He is going to... I mean, he's arguing he doesn't want to come off here. Roberts is going to come on. They are going to make the change. And Williams is very, very, very disappointed to come off. I think he's quite upset about that. But, his health's got to come first. And you can't stay on the pitch with concussion symptoms. You just can't.
She wasn't Welsh, I don't think.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Might be his girlfriend, for all we know.
Could be.
That's all the Welsh in the rainbow bucket hats, which is nice to see.
Oh, yes, indeed, Jeffrey.
Susan will be happy to see some bucket hats. She was a bucket hat wearer in our youth when she used to go raving.
And me.
Raving with our glow sticks and everything. Dear God. But anyway, Roberts has come on. He scored 3 goals in 44 appearances for Wales. But here's Kyle Walker's long throw into the box. And it's actually Roberts that gets there, and Wales have a free kick. Again, I'm not too sure that was a free kick in there. Football's a contact game. I'm not sure there's a free kick in there.
I think that was friendly on friendly there. The ref's blown it.
Yeah. Very, very, very poor free kick. But anyway, Danny Ward is going to whack this up the field for Welsh Wales. Stephen says, I've ordered a Madras curry for half-time. I hope it's spicier than this game. I mean, you'd think with it being like an international sort of derby game, there'd be a lot more physicality going on in this game. But here come Wales. Oh, they've got away with one there, England. They bring it away now with Foden on the right-hand side. Foden, head up, wants to run with the ball. He's got Kyle Walker inside to lovely touch that by Bellingham. Bellingham still back to Foden. Foden! And it's over the bar.
Best bit of football of the game.
Absolutely. Much better from England. And he is making a difference, Foden. He's without a shadow of a doubt. Lovely touch by Bellingham there. 1-2 with Kyle Walker. Bellingham sort of stumbled it back to Foden. And Foden on the turn, unfortunately. You can see what he's trying to do. He wanted to curl that into the top bin. But unfortunately for England, it is high and wide. But that's better, Alex.
Yeah, well, I think it was Kyle Walker, Foden, Bellingham, people linking up that have got a bit more talent, a lot more one-touch football, trying to play off instinct, off just technical ability, and it worked.
Yeah.
And it just shows that's the way we need to continue, because that was the best chance, well, apart from the Rashford shot, second best chance of the game.
Oh, dear.
Bale's first touch of the ball kind of nutmegged Harry Maguire by mistake, but now Wales with Dan James, first real opportunity. Aaron Ramsey now just outside the box, lays it up to Joe Allen, he hits it, and it's blocked by Rice, and England will attack. Poor that from Wales. They just didn't seem to know where they were going. Rashford now on the left-hand side. What can Rashford do? He skips inside, plays it back to Declan Rice. Rice then goes across to Henderson. Henderson's got Kyle Walker. This is better from England. Out to Foden again. Certainly looked England's liveliest player, but Harry Kane is not offering himself there. Rashford! Went for the spectacular Richarlison, but unfortunately couldn't hit the target with him. It was a good attempt, to be fair, but just kind of shinned it, didn't he? And I'm sure that he shinned that.
Yeah, definitely shinned it. Mind you, Wayne Rooney shinned it and got all the credits for it, didn't he? So,
well, he did, yeah, against Man City. Yeah, I remember that. But again, Foden playing the ball into Harry Kane there, and Kane's just not really, I don't know, he just didn't seem to want the ball. Really frustrating.
Yeah, he's apart from the pass through to Rashford, he's not really been integral in anything good in this game so far. We could definitely do with another runner in behind. Wilson would be perfect.
Yes.
Oh,
God almighty. Jesus. John Stone's heart in the mouth stuff there. But, that's poor again. That's good defending, though, by Jordan Henderson. Brave into 50-50. Foden now for England. Lovely touch, bringing it down. He's away again. Harry Kane now. Big opportunity. Rashford, it should have gone back to Foden. Foden was clean in your bell end. Unbelievable. Brilliant from, Foden got a bit lucky in the middle, then skips past one. Look at him. Just play him in. And then it was diabolical from Rashford as well, to be fair. I mean, what is that?
Shocking decision-making from Harry Kane now. Shocking.
Oh, Jesus Christ on a bike. However, we do have a corner. So that is one good thing to come out of that move, as the referee is just having a word with the Welsh Wales defenders. It's going to be Phil Foden to take the corner. It's a very deep one. John Stones heads it back. That's a poor touch from Joe Allen. Might be an opportunity here for England. Ben Davies has to nod it behind because Rashford was swarming all over him. Good play that by Rashford. Didn't want to give up on the ball and forced Davies into heading it out. That's a really good little knock that by Jordan Henderson, to be fair. It was a kind of no-look flick. And it's going to be Foden from the other side now with the in-swinging corner. What can we do with this one? That's a good corner. And again...
Middle of the 6-yard box. Nobody there.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Foden's putting that corner exactly where we want it to go. That is exactly where we want Foden to put that corner.
Yeah,
and there's nobody there. Wow. Anyway, here's Jude Bellingham for England. He's got Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Shaw now plays it out to Rashford on the left. Rashford having a look, seeing what his options are. Plays it back to Harry Maguire. Maguire goes to John Stones, and then Stones all the way back to Pickford.
The quality has got a little bit better the past 10 minutes, so it's no coincidence.
Absolutely.
Jude Bellingham's been involved in most
but
of it.
we've had a goal. USA have taken the lead against Iran, which means that the USA are now going through.
Yeah.
So there you go. Iran have to now really... I can't see them getting back in that game against America, to be honest, but we will see. Iran are a goal down. So as it stands, England and the USA are going through. The ball now with Harry Maguire inside the England half, knocks it back to John Stones. I wish I had a £10 note for every time they've passed it to each other in the last 2 games. I would be rich.
You could do it with pound coins. You'd be equally as rich.
Well, that's very true. He's gone back across to Harry Maguire, who had to really stretch to keep that one in play there. That's a lovely ball out to Foden on the right-hand side. Foden can't control it. Not a bad ball, that by Harry Maguire. Just, if anything, slightly overhit. But that was better.
Yeah, I'm happy for him to do that. He needs to do that more often than going sideways.
So far, Billy, we've seen nothing from Ramsey or Bale at all. Literally nothing.
I'm not even sure Ramsey's touched the ball. Because you'd know about it with his bleached blonde hair. Bale switched it once. Ramsey, I don't think, has. They've been very poor, Wales. Very poor. Yep,
offered absolutely nothing. But again, is this their game plan? Do they go harder at us in the second half? They're going to have to now because obviously the United States have scored. And I'm sure that will get to the people on the pit. Oh, England lucky to get a free kick there. That was a very, very, very fortunate free kick.
From Harry Kane.
I mean, what is Harry Kane doing back there in the sweeper position? He shouldn't even be there.
He wants to be involved with the play, but at the end of the day, he's not quick enough to get involved with it on the pitch. That's the problem.
No. Anyway, Kyle Walker goes outside now to Foden. Foden back to Kyle Walker. Walker plays it forward inside to Harry Kane. Sorry, it was Henderson. No, it was Kane. I'm getting mixed up with them two. Here's Luke Shaw on the left. Nice little ball into Bellingham. Bellingham now. Positive. Back to... Oh, well, they're getting in each other's way again. Here's Rashford.
Look how part the defence is.
Jesus, wept. Bellingham and England get a corner. Literally every single Wales player was in that 18-yard box, Billy.
Yeah, there was no way getting through there. No way at all. They blocked every avenue off and we didn't show the creativity to get through it, but we got a corner from it, so.
It's another corner. And
on Slabhead.
Here comes Phil Foden's corner onto the penalty spot. And again, 3 players around Harry Maguire there. And now it's with Gareth Bale. Yes, he is playing, ladies and gents. Long ball forward. Kyle Walker. Bellingham did well there because if he didn't intercept that ball, Dan James was away. Kyle Walker now for England. Again, trying to turn forward, but he's got no options. He has to go back. Bellingham across to John Stones now. Stones brings it forward. Out to Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Shaw. Foden's in acres of space on the right-hand side. Absolutely acres.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, that's awful. But he was offside anyway, I think, Billy, to be honest.
Just a simple thing of passing the ball in front of the player to move on to. They're not even doing that. It's making them static. It's making them static.
Absolutely. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying our commentary, not the game. Please don't judge us on the match, just the commentary. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Any football fans are welcome on the Toon Review. Obviously, we cover Newcastle United, but we have lots of football banter on the channel. And we do have a lot of subscribers from other clubs as well. So please join if you're new. it is free to do so, but you can become a member if you hit that join button just underneath the video.
Oh, nice.
What on earth was that? Is that was that Rashford?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now Wales have a free kick on the halfway line. Dreadful.
I've seen enough. I want Grealish on. Rashford's been poor.
He's got to try and do something. He really has to do something. It's god awful.
I mean, Grealish should win us more set pieces, and he's going to try and take people on far more than Rashford's doing.
Absolutely. And you know what? You can talk about possession all you want, how much possession we've had. Danny Ward's had one save to make. One save. I mean, that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. You can talk about, oh, we had loads of possession, we knocked the ball around. I don't give a shit. Long ball forward again. Absolutely nobody. Wales are awful, by the way. And this what makes this situation worse, is that Wales have offered nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we can't break them down. 5 minutes of injury time, guys, just in case you're wondering. We're into sort of the 47th minute. That's good positive header from Kyle Walker. Joe Allen for Wales.
You have to move.
That's a terrible ball from Joe Allen. And now Henderson, Harry Kane, inside to Rashford. Bellingham goes outside to Shaw. Shaw back in, and Wales just clear the ball. That's not a very good clearance. Harry Maguire quickly onto it. Brilliant stuff from Harry Maguire. Jordan Henderson now cuts in, and he wins a corner, but I'm not sure how. No, it was Harry Kane.
It was Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Harry Henderson.
I mean, it actually hit the back of Harry Maguire, and we've got a corner from that. That's interesting.
It did as well. It did as well.
I mean, that is dreadful refereeing, to be honest.
Come off his left fetlock.
Jesus. However, on a positive note, we have a corner. So can we do anything with this before the halftime whistle? It is going to be Foden again to take the corner. Now, the last one from this side was a belter right onto this penalty spot. Again, this one goes a bit deeper this time. Maguire wins the header. Good catch by Danny Ward.
No jump from my side. Why wasn't he jumping?
No idea. No idea.
Oh, it's Kane, actually.
It's Kane. It's a looping header from John Stones, actually, at the back post. And it's a safe catch from Danny Ward.
Am I being daft here? Would you take Kane and Rashford off for half-time?
Well,
I would.
Yeah, I would as well. But it's Harry Kane, Billy, and we all know that he rules the roost. And there's no way Harry Kane will come off. If he does, I'll be staggered. But Harry Kane has offered nothing in this game. He doesn't look like he's offered nothing in the... I mean, yeah, he got a couple of assists against Iran, fair enough, but he was poor against the USA. He's been poor tonight. But as usual, it'll be the normal excuse from the pundits are like, well, there's nobody else when Callum Wilson's sitting on his arse. But here come Wales. First time they've actually offered anything in the first half. Rashford puts it out for a throw-in, and he has a bit of a push and shove with Roberts there. And the referee is going to have a quick word with them. Just get on with it, man.
That's the most positive thing Rashford's done in the whole game, was that tackle.
Yeah. I mean, does this bloody referee know that, these countries are right next door to each other and there's going to be a bit of...
Well, the referee was completely ignored by both players there. He's definitely got no authority there.
Absolutely. Anyway, Roberts looked like he was going to go for a long throw, but he pulls it back. And Joe Allen on the edge of the box, completely unmarked, and that's Wales' first effort with any real spice. And it's gone, pretty much high and wide. But again, acres of space there for Joe Allen, completely unmarked on the edge of the box. And unfortunately, he didn't hit that. He didn't get his laces through that, and it balloons over the bar. That should be it for the first half, to be honest. Thank God.
I'd sub Kane off for not jumping in front of that shot as well.
Yeah. That is half time, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Welsh Wales 0, England 0. Absolutely. Gents, Billy, we'll start with you. Sum up that first half.
It started off badly, it tailed off in the middle, and it got worse at the end.
Well, I think that's a fair way of putting it without a shadow of a doubt. Alex, your thoughts?
It was a split 11, to be fair. We had people like Bellingham and Foden, and Kyle Walker, to be fair, has been excellent considering he's only just come back from injury.
Yeah.
They really picked up in the final 15 minutes in that the first half. And then a lot of the Manchester United players just so lethargic, so slow, moving backwards, no confidence. Yeah, very strange indeed.
Yeah. I mean, do you expect a bit Wales to come at us a bit second half, Billy?
Absolutely, they've got to. They can't just sit and wait for us to do something for them. If at the very least, if they're not going to qualify, is a local derby, a bit of bragging rights, show a bit of pride in their shirt, and you think they're going to do that second half. It's just this left side of England all the way down at Shaw and Rashford in front of him. Both have been absolutely pathetic. We need to change that somehow, definitely.
Yeah. I'm just going through seeing fans' reactions at the minute on social media, and
I mean, Andy just made a comment there that's absolutely pathetic. I've got to say, sorry, Andy. I love most of the things you say, but what you said
what's
there
he
is
said?
ridiculous. Let's find it. I'll put it up.
Yeah, we've dominated. Yeah, against a really rubbish Welsh team.
We had one
Good.
shot.
Good.
But that's Nigel Pearson's infecting your brain, I think.
Yeah, just a bit. By the way, a little bit of transfer news for Newcastle. Young West Ham defender Harrison Ashby is set to join Newcastle for a small fee in January.
We did look at him a while ago as well.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, good signing that.
Yeah, it's the right back deputy sorted. That's what we needed, definitely.
Yeah. By the way, Chesney Hawkes doing the halftime show tonight in the ground. Yeah.
10 minutes of the one and only.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he'd just be doing the 12-inch version, won't he? Jesus. Some people are saying crying out for Mason Mount, Trippier, Saka, and Wilson. The stage is set for Trips and Wilson to save the day. Henry Winter has tweeted out a minute ago, we interrupt this World Cup to bring you the British Home Championship. Not exactly a celebration of the art of keeping possession, though. Improving, Foden and Bellingham have been good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone asking for the home internationals to be brought back, 45 minutes of that, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
For everybody criticising Mason Mount as well, I think he's acres better than what Henderson's given us so far this half.
Absolutely. By the way, I would love to see Cody Gakpo at Newcastle.
And anything for Cody, eh?
Well, you know,
I think that ship might have sailed. I think there are higher suitors looking for his signature at the moment. Tapping up has already been done.
Higher suitors? How dare you, Alex?
There's a lot of players around that there's been groundwork been put in for 6 to 12 months already on players we've only just started. So hence the Mudryk Mihailo guy, or Mihailo Mudryk from Shakhtar. It looks like Arsenal have been looking at him for a lot longer than we have, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
But one interesting thing is the Maddison interview with Maddison calling our lads, what was it, Cal, Trips and Popey.
Yeah.
I think that speaks volumes. That does.
Well, yeah, I mean, he did admit they've had a bit of banter about Newcastle United as well. James Maddison said that in his interview, so very interesting. By the way,
most telling one was when Conor Cody asked him who he wanted to win out of Leicester and Newcastle, and Maddison said that's a nasty question to ask.
Yes, exactly. He wants to come. It's clear as day. He wants to come to Newcastle. There's no doubt about that in my mind. By that Villa watches at Bell End, isn't he? He's tweeted before the match, finally, Gareth has seen the light and dropped the Newcastle players for the most important game. If we want to achieve anything at this World Cup, it's important it stays this way. I don't think he's even a Villa fan. I think he's a Mackham, you know. I really, really do.
There's rumours about at one time that he was a Birmingham City supporter.
Yeah. Well, he's just an idiot. Just an absolute idiot. Nothing really. I mean, look, fans aren't going to be happy with that performance. I mean, it's not exactly, pushing everybody to watch the World Cup, is it? Or let's watch England. They're so exciting to watch. It's just not. It's just bollocks. I mean, does he be brave, Alex? Do you think he'll make changes? Alex is gone.
Gone to toilet break.
All right, okay.
Well, they currently highlight the highlights in Kane's lack of movement and mobility. Yeah, and it's obvious to see he's in none of the places he should be in. That shot from Maguire, that cross shot thing, Harry Kane was stood 2 yards away from him when he should have been in the 6-yard box. Yeah. No, he's not. He's a passenger. That's what he is. He's a passenger. He's not contributing to the build-up play this week. He's certainly not looking like scoring. Get him off the pitch.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And this isn't the Harry Kane hate club. We're just saying what we're seeing on the pitch. And if anybody does disagree and says it, give us a reason why you'd keep Harry Kane on the pitch, because he's not doing anything. Literally nothing. It's terrible football to watch. But there you go. David says the reason we've looked better is because Wales are rubbish. Can't disagree with that. Can't disagree with that at all. Julie J says, just like the 4-4 Toons guy being from County Durham, supposed to be a Sunderland fan. Interesting. Brian says the USA were a knee away from 2-0. I think they're going to win. I can't see Iran coming back in that game. Fez says it's Southgate. He's not making any changes.
You're probably right, Fez.
Yeah. Harley says, please, can I have a shout out? I love you.
Hi, Harley.
Hi, Harley. There you go. Let's have a look at some of the comments here. Graham says, I can't see England making it past the next round. Southgate drags good players down to his level. That comment there, Billy, I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah. Well, you know who that might be.
Yeah, with a certain Newcastle United manager. Absolutely. AJ says, what the hell is Rashford doing in this team? He looked all right when he came on against Iran. He did, but it just proves.
It wasn't on the left-hand side there, was he? He was on the right against
Absolutely.
Iran.
Annie says, I'm sorry, we have been good this half. They haven't had any clear chances and a much better performance. We have been much better in midfield, where we struggled against the US, just lacked finishing. Annie, we haven't created anything.
Finishing what? We've had one shot, Annie.
Come on, Annie. I mean, look, I'm be positive. Yes, I'm all for that. But, you've got to say how it is, man. And we haven't been good. Wales have been awful. We should be 3 or 4-0 up against this Welsh team. They are dreadful. And we've had one shot, which Danny Ward has had to save. It's not good enough. It just isn't good enough. Tampa Toon, thank you for your £10 super chat. He says, ouch, poor Pulisic scores the goal, but takes the Iranian keeper's boot in the nuts. Oh. But quite a nasty place to get studded, Billy.
Yeah, but if the Iranian boots have them curly things, won't they? So it won't hurt so much.
Well, that's true. Indeed. Sean says USA well on top in their game. John says, do yourself a favor and commentate on the USA game. Pulisic, brilliant. Well,
no.
I don't think it's even on, is he?
Yeah, it is. It's on. It'll be on one of the additional channels, I think. It's like ITV did today. They had the other game on ITV4, which was the better game, by the way. The Senegal game was, a better game to watch than what the Dutch one was.
Who went through there in the end? Ecuador or Senegal?
Senegal
went through. Yeah. That's who we're playing for to win this group, then.
Yeah, indeed. Ches says, to be fair, Southgate has the second best win percentage at 61.03% since Capello and third best overall since Alf Ramsey in 63 to 74. He may be able to get England closer to the final in a while. Ches, get off the drink. Seriously. Spacebar says, Annie, it's Wales. Come on. Yes, totally agree. I mean, Annie's made a comment, Alex, and I don't know whether you heard it.
I heard the first one, unless it was the second one.
There you go. Have a read of that.
Yeah, it's not about stopping their chances. Just because we're possession dominant doesn't mean it's a good display of football. It's about being productive with the possession, and we've not been. We were productive for about 10 minutes. The Rashford chance was good, and then a few combinations with Foden was really good, and Bellingham. There's been absolute scraps from set pieces. It's not been good. We don't look like scoring at all. If this continues in the same way, we might grab a goal possibly. This isn't championship football. We need, we want points to go through. We need to qualify, and then this is going to start going into a knockout tournament. It's not about putting in a dogged display. It's about being good enough to keep beating the teams in front of you. And if we win this group, and if we can get past Senegal, we might even have France. And this sort of display is not going to be good enough. We're going to get just blown out the water. We need to try something different. And Southgate knows, he's aware of what works because he's admitted it.
Yeah. Alan says, calm down, guys. We are top of the group and in full control. We don't need to take risks until the next round. The primary object is to get through. Southgate won't take any risks in the next round. I mean, come on. He's not going to take any risks at all. The man is so bloody defensive. Oh, I've just seen that Pulisic. It was actually a lovely American goal, by the way. But Pulisic looked like he got the knee of the keeper.
That's one way of taking the knee, I guess.
Oh, Jesus. He's back on. Paul says, our midfield were missing against the US, but they are more present this game. Much better, and some good players between the midfield and attack. Well,
they're not being pressed, are they? There's no legs in the Wales midfield. They've got Joe Allen there, who's about 130, and Aaron Ramsey, who's got the fitness that I've got. So, it's you can't compare what's happening today with what happened on Friday.
Shignawi says, why don't you do a review about USA and Iran? Because we're England fans. The USA-Iranian game is actually on BBC Two. I don't know where we go from here. I just lost for words at times. Sean says West Ham think Rice is worth 100 million.
Whatever someone will pay for him. If someone will pay 100 million for him, I'm sure. But I mean, I wouldn't be. But there you go.
Barbara says this is the worst game of football I've ever watched in my life. I'm not even joking. Oh, come on, Barbara. You saw Newcastle plenty under Steve Bruce. Dear God. Fez says we should be smashing teams like this. Should have topped the group with 9 points based on that. I don't fancy Senegal, let alone the Netherlands. Yeah, because teams like that will attack us and attack us well. They've got some very, very good players. Mary says, well done, Billy. You can't help but take the knee that way of style. Southgate is too busy thinking about what new political cause to follow. Wouldn't surprise us. Andy says, what is the best result for us to go to the best group? Will it make a difference if USA win or not? Well, no, quite honestly. Yeah. Look, the bottom line is
Wales to not score and we top the group, and then that's good.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah. Annie says the 1v1 for Rashford, not a chance. We moved the ball much quicker. We criticised against the US, and the performance has improved. Come on, guys.
That's the chance, Annie.
I included the 1v1 with Rashford as my chance when I said it.
Yeah.
That is the chance.
I hit my head.
Yeah. That is the one opportunity that we've had against a dreadful, dreadful Wales side. You think we play like this against the likes of France, etc., the Netherlands, Senegal, these teams aren't going to have a go at us? See the way we play. Come on.
They've took Gareth Bale off and brought Brennan Johnson on, so I think they might be more dangerous to South Wales.
Yeah. Yep. We're about to get going for the second half, guys. I mean, taking Gareth Bale off, I mean, that's how bad Wales are. You know what I mean? It's as if Robert Page has just said, right, fuck it. But Brennan Johnson is not a bad player, by the way. So he will probably, you're right, Billy, probably offer more than what Gareth Bale did.
100%. 100%, because Gareth Bale's been nothing, like Harry Kane's been a passenger the first half.
Absolutely. Well, we're underway. The second half is underway. And Tampa Toon, thank you for another $10. He says, spot on, Alex. England's recent play will not move them far beyond the group stage. Perhaps Southgate's planning on penalty kicks to the finals.
Hey, it's happened before.
Yeah,
Argentina did it one year.
Absolutely. But as it stands right now, we play Senegal in the next round. So there you go. But if we lose and finish second, we take on the Netherlands. So it's the Netherlands or Senegal. So, whichever way you look at it, it's going to be a much harder game for England. And if we play like we have, we're in trouble. I mean, Rashford's lacking pace there. Just, dear. Long kick by Danny Ward is got more height on it than he has length. But there you go.
Quick point straight away. They've put Rashford on the right hand side for the start of the second half.
They have. Foden's back in his normal left position. Henderson crowded out Luke Shaw crowded out. Now Foden on the left-hand side. Foden cuts inside, lays it off to Luke Shaw, who's lost the ball. And Wales managed to get... Have they got it clear? Indeed, they have. Down the left-hand side now for Kiefer Moore. Moore up against Kyle Walker. Looks for a bit of help. Yards of space here for Aaron Ramsey. Floats one towards the back post. That's a foul, surely. Brennan Johnson. But there's the threat, Billy. There is the threat.
Yep.
I mean,
he didn't foul him either.
No, he didn't. Luke Shaw was struggling there, and he did nudge him over. It is a free kick, but that is the threat that Brennan Johnson will give for Wales. He's done more than Gareth Bale already done in the first half. Ian says, Paul, please stop saying dreadful, dreadful Wales. My wife, who is Welsh, is saying I should turn you off. Well, no. Look, they haven't been good, okay? But I'll try. Irani Granny says, I'm looking forward to France against Senegal. Jesus, honestly, it's frightening. Anyway, here's Harry Maguire for England. He's going to go long, looking for Rashford on the right-hand side. Good header away. Comes back out to Jordan Henderson.
Even that touch from Rashford was piss poor.
Yeah.
Under hit.
It's back now with Harry Maguire. Maguire takes it over the halfway line, pressing forward. Out to Luke Shaw on the left. Here's Foden again, wanting the ball all the time and wanting to take players on. Foden, was he taken out there? Yes, he was, says the referee. Free kick to England in a very good position again. But again, Phil Foden, the driving force, Alex.
Yeah, the only one with enough desire and tenacity to try and drive the ball forward, try and take 2-3 players on.
Yeah.
Fortunately, draws the foul.
He does indeed. Well, England are, again, players over it. Let's see who's going to take this. At the minute, there's a meeting of 5 of them. Harry Kane this time is over the ball. Luke Shaw's there, Henderson, Rashford, and the 2 centre-backs. Well, they're not going to take the free kick.
I think Rashford's taking this.
You think Rashford?
Well, he needs to absolve himself somehow, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Harry Kane's moved away.
I hope he's put his boots on the right feet for this free kick because he ain't had a all game that way. Definitely Rashford taking this. Definitely.
Be one of the poor contributors will do something with it and get credit.
Yeah, it seems like Rashford anyway.
He's quite good at these, actually, Rashford, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
And that's why!
Yes! Brilliant free kick from Marcus Rashford. Guys, do not put spoilers in the comments before we've watched it, or you will be removed from the comments. Wait till we've commentated on it, then you can put it in the chat. Do not put spoilers in, please. But anyway, we're 1-0 up, finally. And that may well just see us nicely through. I can't see Wales getting back into this. But a perfect free kick, Billy.
Yeah, I said before that Rashford's good at these and so improved. Just great free kick into the top right-hand corner. But look at him now, pretending he's been fantastic all game, and God, he's been absolutely dog shit. But when it mattered, he come good for us, didn't he?
Yeah, dead ball situation that will do very nicely.
Oh, the keeper's got to save that though. Christ, it's on his side. He's moved inside one.
Yeah, he kind of moved to the right, didn't he? Look, as soon as he hit it, he took a step to the right.
Yeah, Rashford's done him with the eyes because he's thinking it's going to curve it over the wall, isn't he? And he isn't. He's gone either side. Great free kick.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. England lead 1-0 from Marcus Rashford free kick. Finally, we get a goal, and a very, very good goal at that. But I will reiterate again, guys, do not put in the comments what is happening on the game until we have commentated on it. It's unfair for the people that are watching alongside us or have paused their streams. That is a chance for 2. It is, and it's Phil Foden. England have got 2 in a minute. Much better from England, and they break through Wales like a hot knife through butter. Slap me in the face with a trout. It is 2-0 England.
It's all come from that positive run from Phil Foden. Positivity.
Yeah.
And look, since then, 2 goals in a minute, and we look a good side again, all of a sudden, despite what we've actually been like.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I'm really pleased with Phil Foden as well. Really pleased. Because he's been England's standout player by a long way.
Yeah, he has.
Absolute long way.
Well played Harry Kane here, by the way. Not very often I say this, but well played Harry Kane here.
Yeah, he did well. And good work from Rashford to win the ball back, to be fair. Rashford wins the ball back off Ben Davies. Kane takes it on, and Kane plays a lovely ball across. It's one of them that the keeper, does he come, does he not? Oh, that's dreadful defending from Wales, to be fair. But
Bellingham starts celebrating before Foden's hit it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He knows he's not going to miss that. England now 2 goals ahead very, very quickly. George T, thank you very much for your £5 super chat. He says, about time. I'm slightly calmer now. Indeed. There you go.
On. Time for Callum Wilson now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some minutes.
Rest some players as Bellingham brings it away. Here's Harry Kane. He had acres of see, for me, Harry Kane could have gone first time across to the left there, Billy, and again.
Yeah.
But he was more tenacious and he kept the ball this time.
Yeah, he looks more mobile all of a sudden, doesn't he? He's got skiddies on his underpants now.
This happened against Germany as well. There seems to be a little small phase in the second half where they remember how to play properly.
Yep.
And it's bizarre. It's like we just can't. We need to bottle this up and use it in a spread out fashion across the 90 minutes instead of just a little burst.
Indeed. Rashford tries to go through. Henderson can't get the ball to Rashford. Looks to me like a free kick to Wales, that. But Ampadu done well there. Plays it down for Kiefer Moore, who really doesn't have any pace. Mad Putter says, I came here to watch the football commentary. Instead, I'm just watching one guy stuffing his face all stream. Didn't your mum teach you not to talk with your mouth full? Jesus, get a life.
Hey, well,
really.
If Paul asks me a question when I'm eating a crisp, what do you want me to do?
Unbelievable.
Watching a football match, it's beverage and snacks. That's how it's always been. Bovril and a pie.
Yeah, look at it, got Bovril and pies on the go.
Indeed. Craig says high press, and that's what happened. I think Southgate's had a call from Woody at half time. And he says, happy now? Oh, dear God, honestly.
Are you seriously trying to claim credit for them 2 goals, Annie?
Yeah. Anyway, Wales coming forward here. Stan James on the left-hand side, running at Kai Walker. Beautiful ball in. And, for a minute there, Pickford was panicking a little bit. But it just goes behind for a goal kick. Angelica says, Paul, I absolutely love the way you say butter. My husband used to get me to say it all the time.
Butter.
Yeah. Spacebar says, Annie, it's because it's better energy and intent. Dean says, Southgate great again. Time for a lordship for beating the mighty Wales.
Let's not forget that the Foden orchestrated. Well, he got the free kick that Rashford scored, and then Rashford actually switched on a bit more and pressed, which got Foden the goal ultimately.
Yeah. George T, thank you for another £5. He says, I'm really calm now.
Whoa!
Oh, what a save!
Great
really good save from Pickford. Deflected shot from Kiefer Moore. It hit Harry Maguire. It was going completely the other way. That is a good save, although, to be fair, I mean, it wasn't deflected too much away from him. But he still had to adjust his position very quickly and did palm it away really well. Foxy says the important question is, what crisps are they, Stato? Are they Monster Munch?
The cheddars, and mini cheddars, I'm going to say.
Oh, I had a variety because I'm at families. So I had some salt and vinegar, some cheese and onion. I had some popcorn and some What's-Its. It was a big variety bucket.
Basically stuffing his face. There you go. Anthony says, you munch and drink what you want, Bonnie lad. Angelica says, if you don't like it, do one. Leave Alex alone. The bear isn't doing any harm. There you go.
Hey,
I called it 2-0 up, and he'll bring Phillips on for some minutes, and we get Wilson as well.
Callum Wilson and Trent Alexander-Arnold all coming on. Trent will just be a straight replacement for Kyle Walker. All right, Alex. Kyle Walker won't have 90 minutes in him at all, so I think that's a good substitution to make anyway. Listen, I'm interested to see how Trent will do. We know what Trippier can do.
Can you hear that? Can you hear the keyboard sounds of all the Liverpool fans furiously typing?
Oh yeah.
Finally, Trent's on when he should be.
Let's just hope Trent can assist Callum into a few goals and piss him off even more.
Harry Kane's come off. There you go. And Calvin Phillips is actually going to kick a football this season.
Wilson's going to get more than half an hour. Thank God for that.
He is, yeah.
Go on in, Callum.
Come on, Callum, son. Come on!
There's a hat-trick here for you, lad, if you want it.
Indeed. Declan Rice coming off, and on comes Calvin Phillips. So Wilson, Trent, and Phillips, the three subs coming on. Off go Kane, Rice, and Kyle Walker.
Not the first time I've said I want Wilson Phillips to come on.
Yeah. Indeed. Viva Vendetta says, was going to give a super chat, but I'm not now. I've been on this channel a lot for watch-alongs and never done that before. A warning would have been fairer. Look, I give you warnings like throughout the first half. Do not put spoilers in. I also say before the game's even kicked off. What does it matter with people tonight? They're really, really angry people.
It's not personal. It's nothing to do with who it is. It's
Indeed.
If you spoil something, because you guys know exactly where we are. Paul's got the clock up there. You can see what time we're on.
Yeah.
So if you put it in, it's not personal at all.
And I did say it before the match, during the first half as well. Don't put spoilers in. That's just the way it is. It's not getting at one person. Just, honestly. Never mind. John Bruce says, are we winning? Well, yeah, we are actually 2-0, which is very nice. Ben Davies has come off for Welsh Wales, and he's been replaced by Morel. Never heard of him, to be honest.
I had a geography teacher called Mr. Morel.
I can't remember where he plays.
There used to be an Andy Morel play for Coventry City many years ago.
Oh, it's the Portsmouth centre back. I do remember him. Is he still there? Bloody hell!
Well, this guy looks quite young, to be fair, Alex. I don't think it might be the one you're thinking of. 25. Yeah, it's because I did a football save with him. He's been there for a while. Well, there you go.
He's a Bristol City original. That's probably how I know him.
That'll be no good then.
Foden with a poor touch. Wales now it's back in the defensive line. Callum Wilson. Look at him chasing the ball down to what Harry Kane was. Totally different.
Pressure. Look at this pressure. Look. Pressure.
All right, Billy. I'm going to start singing the Queen song soon. Here is Kiefer Moore again coming very deep to get the ball. He's trying to do a Harry Kane by the looks of it. Carlos says, watching you from Argentina. I hope we will meet England soon in the knockout stages. Well, good evening to you. Thank you very much, Carlos. Please do hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. It is free to do so. Even if you're not a Newcastle United fan, lots of football banter on the channel as well. And, of course, the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or upload. Thank you very much.
Well played, Rashford.
Yeah, definitely. Really good play from Rashford. Now Henderson brings it away.
Wow. That's a red.
That's Aaron Ramsey, but he's only getting a yellow. Terrible tackle from Aaron Ramsey, that.
At least it's only Henderson.
I want a replay of that because that, I don't know. I feel like that's an orange tackle, maybe more.
Well, Alex, you can't get an orange tackle. I mean, I don't,
You can if you eat what's it.
Well, maybe he's...
See this again.
Oh, that's a
red.
Bad tackle, that. Right on his ankle.
It doesn't matter
Awful
if he's going for the
tackle.
ball. He's got a, yeah. I think that's a red as well.
It's no different to James's, is it? Let's be honest.
Dreadful tackle.
If VAR didn't look at James's, they're not going to look at that one.
I mean, Henderson will be lucky to get away with this to see if he can carry on.
Well, not only are we 2-0 up, we arguably should be two men.
Yeah,
men to the better than them.
Absolutely.
They should have had 2 sending offs in theory.
Yeah. Sophia says, Alex, you eat what you want to. People make a fortune on YouTube eating stuff on mukbang videos. Well, there you go.
There you go. Then next TTR Friday, we're going to have a feast.
Yeah. Chicken legs and the whole shebang.
All right.
Spacebar says that's where you need a centre forward, not 20 yards too deep. Everybody's saying that was a nasty tackle by Ramsey. Indeed. Absolutely awful.
It's the only thing of note he's done in the whole game, let's be honest.
Yeah. Ian Anderson says perhaps Alex has has orange tackle.
Yeah, he's been eating what's it, ain't he?
England fans taunting the Welsh fans singing "Are You Sunderland in Disguise?" Wow. Wow. Anyway, Callum Wilson underneath this one gets a bang on the head, but he's just sort of rubbed his head and played on, but the referee's got to stop because the Welsh players come off a little bit worse than Callum Wilson there.
Henderson doesn't look good at all.
No. Oh, Roden headed the back of Callum Wilson's head. Wilson felt
Wilson's all right.
Yeah, Wilson just rubbed it off. He's, he plays in Newcastle now. He's just whatever. Steve says, please no sweet corn or Maltesers next Friday. yeah. I don't think they're the two popular brands of food that are welcome on the Toon Review at the moment. There's nothing going on here, guys. The Welsh physio is still on, and Robert Page is looking disheveled with everything.
That irks me, by the way, that Malteser story, because I picked up 3 random advent calendars for family, and I deliberately went out my way not to choose the Maltesers one out of the 3. I didn't want it.
Yeah, Ben had some Maltesers earlier on, and he offered me one, and I said no. And I never thought I'd ever do that.
Oh, great header.
Lovely header. Now, has Rashford got the pace? No. Danny Ward messing around with it a little bit there, but gets it long. Trent's under that one, gets his head to that. Good header. Rashford offside.
And then complains about it. He was miles offside.
Yeah, he looked a bit puzzled there, didn't he? Oh, look who it is.
Who keeps their phone in their top pocket, honestly? Infantino is a... Oh, okay.
Could be seeing Trippier now. Could be seeing Trippier.
Yeah, Luke Shaw's coming off. We haven't actually seen who's coming on.
It must be Trippier. He's the only reserve left back in the squad.
It is Trippier, yeah.
It is. Wow.
Here we go. 2 NFC players on the pitch at the same time again. It's a shame he didn't sub Pope on.
Villa watch. Are you watching?
Can't believe it. It's too many Newcastle players on the side.
Yeah.
We need 2-0 Newcastle players.
Anyway, long goal kick. We're back underway. John Stones wins a header. It goes out for a Welsh Wales throw-in midway through the England half. I mean, we've still got 25 minutes of normal time left. So here's Kiefer Moore right on the byline. Nods it back. Chance to get the ball across here for Roberts, but he chooses not to. Trent just pushing him back. Good work there. And Wales have been forced back.
Go on, Callum,
all
look
the
at
way
this.
back.
Trent's marking there and awareness was so poor. And
Yeah.
it's like when you pretend to throw the ball for your dog, but you don't actually throw it and the dog's confused. That's Trent trying to man mark. It's hilarious.
That's just damn right animal abuse, that, Alex. And shame on you for doing that. You know, giving a poor little four-legged dog the excitement of chasing a ball and you don't throw it. Disgrace. Anyway, James says, you're against Maltesers. I will have to unsubscribe.
We weren't. There was a very specific story that put us off them. That we,
yeah.
I loved Maltesers until
I suggest
recently.
you go back and watch one of the episodes of the last few weeks of TTR Friday. I can't remember which one it was. And Billy will have put you off eating Maltesers for a very long time. Angelicus is talking about advent calendars. I finished my Christmas shopping today and went up in the loft for the decorations.
Nice one.
Yeah, well, Ben's come round with me. I'm in the studio. Ben's in the living room putting a Christmas tree up that the other guys don't know about. He's just found the box with the Christmas tree and he thought, I'm putting it up. So there you go. Glyn says, if we play positively, we can beat Senegal, but they are a good team. Yeah, absolutely, if we play well. To be fair, the second half has been a lot better than the first from an England perspective. You know, we've actually pushed on, but a lot of that is down to Phil Foden. Simple as that.
I think the fact they've got Sadio Mane out makes Senegal a much easier proposition than what it would have been.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
but they do have some very good players, to be honest, though.
Yeah, let's not forget they were still good enough to get out of the group. So
yeah,
they must have done something right.
Great ball.
That is a lovely ball. And Rashford is into it. He's on. Now, can he find Callum
Wilson? Give it in.
Wilson screaming for the ball. Ah, Rashford's gone and scored, but what a greedy bastard.
Greedy
it's 3-0. It's 3-0. Rashford again. Wilson's giving him a hug, but I really think he feels like punching him in the face. Wilson stand on this penalty spot, ready to have the ball pulled back, but Rashford went on his own. And nutmegged Danny Ward. It is England 3, Welsh Wales 0.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Great goal from Rashford. Really, really good driving run. Chopped it inside. Really, really good shot. But I mean, the reason Billy's so angry there is there were teammates in better positions that arguably should have passed to. Is there an offside there potentially?
No. He's miles on.
Wilson. If Rashford had missed that, Wilson would have decked him because Wilson was stood on the penalty spot in acres of space.
Terrible goalkeeping through his legs.
It's awful goalkeeping. Absolutely awful. But Rashford does that for Man United, doesn't he? I mean, you see him do that for Man United many times, and he will not pass the ball in that situation. But listen, he's gone on and scored. We can't complain. I don't think I've ever celebrated a goal by saying, great goal, you greedy bastard. I don't think I've ever said that. But there you go. It is 3-0.
And to whoever had a problem with me eating, I've just been brought a chicken Kiev, so...
Listen, you could put your microphone on mute, you bloody horse. You sound like a flaming horse in the stable eating hay.
I wouldn't do that. You know I mute for everything. It's just on principle that I got criticised for it.
Yes, I know.
it's getting level 7 Davey, this is now.
Oh, no. Next he'll have the knobbly bobblies out, won't he? Without a doubt. If you've just joined us, guys, it is coming up to 70 minutes, 20 minutes to go. It is England 3, Wales 0. Goals from, Rashford's got 2 and Phil Foden, all in the second half. We definitely have stepped it up a gear in the second half, and thank God for that is all I can say, because the first half was a really forgettable experience. That's a terrible ball from Trent. I don't think he was even meaning to hit Callum Wilson with that. I think he was trying to go cross field and, cut across the ball. It didn't work that way. Anyway, here's Brennan Johnson for Wales getting the better of Kieran Trippier. And, England do get it away in a fashion. Up to Callum Wilson, takes it down beautifully, and then he kicks it out to play. He shit him. Who's that Callum Wilson?
Took it down fantastically, didn't he?
He did. Iran 0, USA 1 is still the score in the other game in the group. So as nothing changed since half time, England and the USA will be progressing with England meeting Senegal, which I believe is Tuesday. Don't quote me on that though, but it might be. James Pope says, Chicken Kiev, I will have to unsubscribe. Cannot tolerate that. Simon says, that sounds really nice. I'm having grapes. Well, yeah, that's exciting, Simon. Thank you very much.
I think we play Sunday, don't we?
It might be Sunday, yeah. I think it might be, Billy. And here's Callum Wilson now bursting forward. He's got Rashford in support. Wilson, will he fancy this on his own?
He's giving it him as well.
He's giving it to Rashford, and it's a dreadful finish.
Rashford's so indecisive with which side he was going to run to. Wilson would just had to hang on to it, waiting for Rashford to pick a side. Ridiculous from Rashford.
Yeah.
If he had any sort of decision making, he would be elite level. Rashford would. He just needs to switch on a bit more and focus, make the right decisions.
Yeah,
I don't care if he scored. There was a better option, and he didn't take it.
V for Vendetta says Wilson would have squared it. In fact, he did to Miggy's mate the other night. Yeah. And he's just done it again there. Very, very unselfish. 3-0 up. Have a crack, man. Have a crack. It's Foden with a corner for England. And it's straight down Danny Ward's throat. Tony says, okay, I'm rescinding all of my Rashford comments. I apologise to him, you lot, and the world. Listen, Rashford had a stinking first half, right? He was stinking. He's England attacking. Foden's gone down. Oh, my God, has he stayed down?
Looks like it.
He wasn't tackled there either. He lost his footing. But here's Brennan Johnson for Wales. He will have a shot, but Kieran Trippier blocks and it goes out for a throw-in. George, thank you very much for another £5 for another goal. Totally calm now is George. But this is a worry for England. Phil Foden is down. And he's taking a long time to get up. He's limping. I think he'll be all right. He's trotting now. Yeah. Yeah, he just lost his balance there, didn't he? It just sort of twisted his ankle a little bit there as he put his studs down. But there you go. He's all right. He's all right. Angelica says, I flip and love knobbly bobblies. Oh, I don't know how you can eat them. Oof, no.
I used to like them.
Yeah. Seeing level 7 Dave half naked eating a knobbly bobbly in a catalogue pose on the end of his bed is something that will put you off anything for life. Rashford's up for the golden boot. Who needs Kane, says Glyn.
It's amazing how much more dynamic we look without Harry Kane on the pitch, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
that's for sure.
I agree.
Got 3 runners instead of 2.
I totally agree. We do. It's like you said, Billy. It just seems like he puts the shackles on England, but you know what? The pundits will never go for that because Harry Kane's got to them. They can't see past. Fez says Wilson fits in this team far better than Kane does.
Agreed.
Yeah, because he presses. You know, he's using all of his.
That being said, do you guys remember in recent transfer windows when I've mentioned that I think Rashford would be good under Eddie Howe in our system and our style, and I got laughed out the room? I think tonight has displayed he's capable of that.
Yeah.
We've seen both sides of him tonight, haven't we? He was awful for the first
half.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is very true.
Yeah. And then we saw the best of him again. Well, the worst of him again there, where he tried to side foot that bloody pass from Wilson, which was an awful finish. I believe we've got another change happening here. Jack Grealish is coming on for England.
This will be for Foden, I imagine.
He won't take a risk on Foden. Oh, no, it's Rashford. Wow.
You ain't getting
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be Rashford, to be honest, but there you go. Ricky D says that's always been the problem with Marcus Rashford, the football brain. Ian Skinner says, I've just had myself a choc ice after I made myself a red Thai chicken curry. Lovely. John Bruce says, Paul, you seem to be at least 5 minutes behind the commentary. How do I sync the commentary to match up on the TV? Pause your telly. I'm not 5 minutes behind, though, John. I think that's a bit of a far-fetched. Maybe it's a minute or so. Julie J says, Knobbly Bobblies dipped in coffee. I can't think of anything worse. Anyway, England swarming all over Brennan Johnson there. Grealish taken out again. He's on the pitch for like 30 seconds and he's already been taken out, bless him. But there you go. Trent now on the ball, just midway through England's half, brings it out into Callum Wilson. Wilson's got 4 Welsh players around him. Referee says no foul. And then he blows for a little tug by, I'll not say that word because Billy will just think I mean something else. He pulled the shirt. Louis says, fab lollies. Oh, God. Rachel says, I'm glad I didn't hear the Maltesers story. Yeah, look at you. Simon says, I got into Maxi Bonds in the summer. Ice cream sandwich biscuit.
Yeah, those are amazing. I love that.
Oh, that's a bad touch. Callum Wilson now bursting forward for England. He's got a wonderful chance for Bellingham. Fails to put the first one away. Slips on the second. And somehow it does not go in the net. A comedy of errors. And
Wilson is owed an assist for that.
Oh, my good God.
I think Callum slightly underhit the pass, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a bit behind Bellingham. He then slips forward, tries to hook it round, and he just can't get in the end of it. Actually, the Welsh player did get a foot on it, which sort of directed it back towards the goalkeeper. Yeah. Ian Fleming, thanks for a £5 super chat. He says, much better second half. Would like to see Wilson score. As we all would, my friend, as we all would.
He should have had an assist there, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, he should have had 2 now, shouldn't he, if Rashford had hit that one properly. James says, Grealish adds a lot of free kicks every time he is on. He goes for the foul more than he commits to the run. Interesting. Nicholas says, I thought Southgate's love of Kane cost England the European final.
I agree with him.
We do look a better side without Kane, innit? I mean, it's crazy to say that considering the goals that he scored. But at the minute, the players we've got, it's true.
The balance of the side is better. The balance of the side is much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, definitely. But you could argue that it also cost Pochettino the Champions League final as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bringing him back from injury very quickly.
16 attempts on goal for England, 4 for Wales. 7 on target for England, 1 for Wales. And of those 7, of course, we have converted 3. 2 from Marcus Rashford and 1 for Phil Foden. Ian says, all of a sudden, I like Southgate again.
Go on and get on that.
Let's not get carried away.
Wilson's pressing is very good at the moment.
Yeah. Fouled by Calvin Phillips. And England fans are, looking rather happy.
Yeah. Fred Elliott at Coronation Street.
Yeah. Oh, Ashley lad, get that. Ashley lad, get that lamb out of freezer for me. Wales will be disappointed with their World Cup, won't they, Alex? I mean, they really will. I'm sure they would have expected a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, they were well and truly in this World Cup until like 3/4 of the way through the Iran game, and then it just fell to pieces. They conceded. They got the red card, and then this game they tried to set up, carefully. I think I'll be kind. I'll say carefully, and it's not worked. I mean, it's required some good work from England to actually get the goals, to be fair. The free kick. Yeah. They were quite resolute for quite a long time. We went in 0-0 at the end of the first half. So, but it's just fallen away.
Well, Joe Allen has a problem here, and Wales may have to make a change.
It's worth pointing out with Callum Wilson as well. This is exactly what we would want as NUFC fans. He's getting some minutes. He's getting some tournament experience at an elite level, a lot of attention. This would be good for us if he's going to stay with us still for the next 2, 3, 4 years, depending on how he ages and how he plays. This is invaluable experience for our club if he's got this sort of experience under his belt.
Indeed. Joe Allen is coming off, so Wales are going to have to make a change.
And they're bringing on Neil Kinnock. Colwill.
No, Colwill. Now I heard it. Okay. The icing on the cake if Wilson scores, says Robert. Indeed.
John Bruce, I think you're about 40 seconds ahead, mate. So if you delay it for 40 seconds, you'll be in.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Phil Foden. Phillips, Bellingham plays it out to the left-hand side where Grealish is waiting for the ball. Grealish is going to have a run. And Ampadu turns back and lays it back to Kieran Trippier. Trippier inside to Phillips. Harry Maguire on the ball. Funny enough, plays it to John Stones. Stones now brings it forward. England, they do want some more goals, England. There's no doubt about that. Beautiful ball by Stones out to Grealish on the left. Heavy touch by Grealish, but he controls it well. Inside to Bellingham. Bellingham tried to nick it into Wilson, but it's cleared away by Wales. And they are on the attack, but good covering again from Harold Maguire, who again has looked pretty steady today, it has to be said. I mean, he hasn't had a lot to do, to be fair, but he can only play as well as what's in front of him.
The stadium booing Infantino's image.
Yeah.
That's funny.
FIFA are just so disliked, aren't they? They really are. England are much better without Kane. He's too slow to be playing with the likes of Foden, Bellingham, and Coase as Predator. Well, to be fair, he does play with, Son, and that's a free kick to Wales. They have an opportunity here. Harry Maguire is furious. Irani Granny says, the FIFA president, didn't he used to be the bad guy in Thunderbirds? The Hood?
He looks very much like him, yeah.
He does.
He acts like him too, to be fair.
He does, yeah. Steven says, I think our bench is as strong as any team in the tournament. Yeah, we did mention that in the first game, actually, how strong the bench looked, and certainly nothing's going to change my mind on that. We do have a strong bench. I just wish Southgate would take the shackles off, because if we play like we did in the first half against these bigger teams that we're going to inevitably face, it's scary.
This is a dangerous position. Come on, T-Rex.
Yeah. Dan James going to take this for Wales. And it's into the wall. The wall stood firm. Like the big wall in China. You shall not pass. But I think Wales might look back on this tournament and think, yeah, where did it all go wrong? I mean, I think that, obviously they've got the best talented players are of an age now where their careers are coming to an end.
I think they've done as well as they could with the players they had available. I don't think they've been terrible. They've just done what they could.
I mean, let's be honest here. Bale and Ramsey have done nothing for Wales in this tournament.
Ooh.
And Wales shot comes in there and it's blazed high and wide.
Just another experience of Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to defend. He can't do it. He's an awful defender.
That was so poor. That reminded me then of Emil Kraft before he improved. Just backing off, not making a decision, not making a tackle, not showing them on the outside, just nothing, just backing off and allowing pressure.
Yep. Mansell, who I believe is a Wales fan, says, Stato, we've been fucking embarrassing all tournament. Wales might as well not have turned up, so we deserve all the shit thrown our way. Viva Vendetta says, Maguire gets some stick, but Slabhead has been very, very good this World Cup. Completely vindicated in bringing him in. I agree. I think he's done really well, Harry Maguire. And long may that continue. When he plays for England, I'll certainly wish him the best. I can't stand him in a Man United shirt, obviously, but he's playing for England. And, so far, he's been one of the best players for England. No doubt about that.
We've all criticised him, but he's very rarely let England down, has he?
And there's another late tackle on Phil Foden. He's not very happy about that at all. I would have taken Foden off me and just rest him up now for the next game, because he's certainly been the best player for England today. There's no doubt about that. I know Rashford will get probably all the plaudits for 2 goals, but I think Foden's played.
I mean, he could. We've got an additional substitute, so we could bring Sterling on for him. He's just not doing so.
Oh, almost a beautiful dummy from Callum Wilson. He was so close to being 1-on-1 with Danny Ward there.
Pressure coming out. Ooh.
But it is the. I mean, the pressing has been so different since Kane's gone off. I mean, we've got. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's awful for it. Wales just kick it straight out of play. Terrible.
Come on, let's get Callum a goal.
Ian says, does Maguire wear a Man United shirt? Well, we haven't seen him in one for quite some time, to be honest. Fair enough. Maguire did nearly score an own goal. Wales only shot on target tonight. Well, I wouldn't call it an own goal. It came off his arse, to be fair.
Oops.
Oh, chance here. Kiefer Moore for Wales. Trying to bring it onto his right foot because he's got no left, and then he curls it miles over the bar. That went so far over the bar, it's landed in Saudi Arabia. Terrible effort from Kiefer Moore there. Clearly didn't fancy it on his left, because if he did, he had a wonderful chance to hit that with his left. Cut back on his right. Good defending by John Stones, actually. Closing them down very well. Robert says, why is Trippier playing in the left side? Well, that's because they've got no other left backs, and Luke Shaw's gone off, and Trent is playing at right back.
Oh, dear, that's...
Wow! Terrible tackle on Callum Wilson there, going right over the top of him. But
he's moaning about it.
I
was on a phone, man. Can I believe
delusion. That was delusion there.
I don't get it.
Well, we're coming into the closing stages now, guys. Couple of minutes left of normal time and whatever's to add for injury time. Now, given the amount of goals and substitutions we've had, we will probably have quite a number of minutes in to add on. V for Vendetta says international football suits him. He isn't forced to track runners. Premier League is a complete opposite. I'm pleased he is doing well because the stick he was getting was becoming abuse. Harry Maguire loses the ball there, flicked on. But again, Trippier meets it, lays it off to Calvin Phillips. Phillips plays it out wide to Trent. Trent head up. He goes back to John Stones.
Do you mean Jack Grealish?
Well, who did I say?
You called Jack Grealish Harry Maguire. That threw me so much. What?
Did I?
Yeah.
It's the medication, mate. Clint says, I'm glad everyone is off Maguire's back. I'm not a Man U fan, but he was persecuted. Not good for confidence for United, but more importantly, England.
Oh, they said United. Steady. We'll allow it. Everybody gets one.
Oh, that's true. Yes, indeed. Ian says, have they even had a shot? Yes.
Yeah, but a few.
Yeah.
Joe Allen had a nice whipped shot with his left foot.
I think they've only had one on target, which came off Harry Maguire's arse. But that's pretty much the only shot they've had on target.
In fact, I haven't had any stats up this game, have I? Let's bring that up. See what it looks like. Oh, poor Grealish, man.
Wow.
Played advantage though, ref, eh?
Every time he gets the ball, he's like poleaxed, isn't he? He's chopped down like
not
a piece
his
of
fault
wood.
at all. Kind of starting to feel a little bit sorry for him. He can't even make a 2-yard dribble because he just gets clattered.
Jeez.
I've only kicked him 4 times, man.
Guys, don't forget, before you leave the stream, just to hit that like button for us. It really does help us with the searches on YouTube, etc. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or upload any videos. And why not become a member? Hit the join button. Lots of prizes coming up as we get closer to Christmas. there's some new merch coming out, etc. So please do. As
Come on,
Callum.
Callum.
Callum's in here. He's in. He's gone right to the byline. He's looking for help. Good work by Wilson. That rolls it back to Trent. Trent plays it through back to Wilson. Comes off his chest. Wilson again. Plays it out to Foden. Foden, he's got 25 Welsh players around him, and it's going to go for a throw-in. So hit that join button, please. And lots of prizes. Become a member of the Toon Review. That would be absolutely fantabuloso if you could do that for us. My green screen's going a bit haywire here. Just move that back there. Cute.
Yeah, we've just hit our 500th accurate pass of the game as well. And we are winning deservedly. 2.03 XG to Wales is 0.29.
Yeah.
With a whopping 64% possession as well.
Oh, John Stones from 2 yards out has put it over the bar.
Terrible defending from Wales.
Awful. But what a terrible finish by John Stones on the half volley.
They got 1 foot on the plane now.
Yeah. Wales look done and dusted. You're having a bit of a laugh with Kiefer Moore there about that miss.
Kiefer said that's pretty close to one of my efforts. Oh, look at Bellingham there. Christ, that's good.
Yeah. Foden.
Oh, referee.
Jesus Christ, that's an awful. I mean, the Welsh player's gone down because he's run into the back of Wilson. And, you know, Wilson's like a freight train. So, there you go.
Wilson's been excellent since he's come on, I've got to say.
Yeah, to be honest, I've been really happy with the second half performance. I think we've done really well. Much more at it. I mean, that's just dreadful. I mean, it really is dreadful.
Oh, dear me.
Gordon Bennett.
Good sportsmanship from Wilson there.
Absolutely.
He's gone over his head. Go on, you're in. Oh, referee.
Oh, the referee. Wilson's in and he's pulled it back.
Fucking foreign. Oh, that was nearly. Very nearly.
What a monumental bell end you are, referee.
And now we're going to go backwards now for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah. 4 minutes of injury time, which is a lot less than I thought it was going to be. I can't work this injury time out, me. I mean, one game it's like pretty small, and then next it's never mind. Calvin Phillips now just having a little bit of a run himself. He's just cut through, and here is Bellingham. Bellingham out to Jack Grealish. Grealish, lovely little back heel to Bellingham. Continues his run. Bellingham still has the ball. Cuts it inside to Phillips. Phillips lays it off to Bellingham again.
Come on, hurry up.
Bellingham's got the freedom of Qatar. Plays it forward to Grealish. Here is Grealish in. Oh, lovely little play between him and Henderson.
Send him now.
Grealish. Wilson! Oh, Jesus Christ. I sound like Tom Hanks out the Castaway. Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
Oh, it just wouldn't drop, would it? It wouldn't drop.
Wow. Just wouldn't fall for him.
Selfless from Grealish for trying to poke it to Wilson there.
Yeah, he did.
Trying to repay the favour from the last game.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I did have my Castaway moment there. But never mind. It is what it is. We're coming to the end of the game here. England pretty as soon as the ball goes out. There it is. The full-time whistle blows. England are safely and comfortably through to the next stage of the World Cup by beating Wales by 3-0. 2 goals from Marcus Rashford and 1 from Philip Foden. And that means that England will meet Senegal in the next round of the World Cup. There's 9 minutes of injury time in the other game, and it's still 1-0 to the USA. I'm actually watching that game now. I don't know whether you guys have got it on.
Yeah, I've just turned on. Yeah, 93 minutes and 9 seconds. I've got. What you got?
92 minutes and 10 seconds.
Of course, I'm well ahead of you then. About a minute.
Yeah, you are. Ian says, thanks for brilliant commentary, guys. Thanks to the mods for trying to keep it sane. Ian says England should go with Grealish, Wilson, and Foden from 3. Yes, but he won't. Is the answer to
Rashford
that?
scored 2, so that's pretty much made him a shoo-in for the next game.
Ian wasn't happy with my Welsh accent earlier. Just wait for the Senegal one next game. It's not going to happen.
Oh, no. No, definitely not.
Absolutely not.
No. Anthony says, thanks to Toon Review. You lot are class. Thank you. Very kind. Congrats to all you English supporters, says Cesare. Long may your run continue. Well, he is hoping. He is hoping. Iran are desperate. But then again, United States currently on +1 goal difference. Iran -3. So even if Iran were to equalise, they'd still be out.
No, they wouldn't.
Eh?
Because America would only have 3 points, wouldn't they? And Iran would have 4. You take the 2 points off for America, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll shut up, Billy. My maths is not my
Just showing Shearer's record here. I didn't realise it was so good at major tournaments. 9 goals in 13 games at major tournaments. That's a very good return.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And big goals as well, not just like against crappy countries like Tunisia and people like that. He scored against all sorts, didn't he? Germany and a couple against Germany, Argentina.
Yeah.
Holland.
In other words, Billy, he's been there, done it, won the T-shirt.
100%.
Simple as that. Magpie in Essex saying, when you're next doing a watch-along. I've been asked to do the Australian game, so I might do that tomorrow. We will see. Just keep an eye on the channel. And if you've got the notification bell switched on, that'll tell you when we plan or any shows have been scheduled. Or any videos uploaded, things like that. This game's petering out. But there you go, guys. That is the watch along done and dusted. Thank you very much. Viva Vendetta said, oh, my mouse has gone funny. Hang on. Where we at? There it is. Thanks for the stream. Apologies for the first goal incident. I know in the future. Don't worry. It's all done and dusted, mate. It's fine. It's not a problem. Will you be commentating on Argentina, Poland? Possibly, yes.
When is it?
Game. I think that's tomorrow, is it not? Or might be
Thursday.
Thursday. I don't know. Let me just check, Billy. FOTMob. Let's have a look. FOTMob tells you everything. FOTMob is the god of football apps.
Join the dark side.
I've had FOTMob a long time. I don't use it to the extent that you do, but I do use it. Here we go. Yes, Poland, Argentina is 7:00 tomorrow, Billy.
Ooh. Well, I'll be having to watch that one.
Australia, Denmark is at 3:00. So I might do the Australia-Denmark one, definitely. Because we've got a lot of Australian subscribers. Billy, I don't know if you want to do the Argentina one.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
You mean the Poland one?
Sorry, the Poland one, yes. Sod Argentina.
Alex, you do realise there'll only be cash that touches the ball for Poland, though?
Lewandowski will...
Yeah,
cash and Lewandowski, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, some of those Polish names aren't easy. But there you go.
Well, I'll have to teach you about Krychowiak and his tailored suit business that he focuses on instead of his football.
I hope he's not playing Krychowiak.
Well, Krychowiak. He's the one who used to get subbed off after an hour every match at West Brom and Depardieu. Shocking. Couldn't make it in the Premier League 5 years ago. More than that.
Steve says, great commentary, lads, but less of the pork scratchings. Jesus Christ.
Get up. Go on, he's in. Oh, off the line. Christ. He won't want a penalty.
I'm just, I haven't got to that moment yet, Billy.
I haven't, sorry, yeah.
No, it's fine.
Does anybody else think that Rashford pen was savable? I think it might. I don't think it was very well placed. I think he just hit it very, very hard. I think the keeper wasn't too far away from that.
Well, yeah, but if you're going to score a penalty, just hit it hard, and if it goes in, it goes in.
I mean, fair enough. He managed to put the power on it for it to, not matter.
Is it a penalty, Billy?
I don't think so, but I think VAR look at it.
Oh.
Oh no! They just panned to the Welsh reaction in Cardiff of our first goal, and there's one woman obviously next to her boyfriend, and she must be English, and she starts cheering in and amongst about 500 Wales fans.
Oh dear!
Oh god!
Oh dear!
Well, he has got his hand on his shoulder. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I'm seeing it now. Oh, hey, I tell you what, Billy. I tell you what. Has it gone to VAR?
No, it has, but they're playing on.
Oh. Wow. I think they might have been robbed there, Iran. The screen. Look at him. He's as the ball's rolling out, he's doing the TV screen for VAR.
Where they went now. They can finish it here in America. Oh, what a shit. That's shit.
Just seeing it close up. Oh, I tell you what, Billy, that is close to being a penalty. I've seen them given.
Yes, definitely. Plenty of space for Ivan now.
I tell you what.
He's getting in the box. Oh, he's gone down again. He ain't happening. Let's get a booking for diving here, I think. That's all
I've seen it again. I'm not so sure, Billy. I think he made the most of it, to be honest.
Yeah,
it was only
the one touch, wasn't it? So,
yeah.
So Ivano out. That'll be Mr. Caviani drowning his sorrows tonight.
Oh God, he'll not be happy at all. He was sending us some videos through before the game. Oh dear, poor run, poor Iran, poor Roy. Right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the watch along. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back tomorrow with possibly 2 watch alongs, one with myself and obviously one with Billy Bob Trey, which is a big match for Argentina. Absolutely huge game, that. And a big game for Australia at 3 o'clock. Let's not forget that as well.
Go on,
so thank you very much for joining us. Please don't forget to hit the like button before you go. It does mean the world to us. So thank you very much. Thank you to Billy and Alex, and thank you to the Mod Squad, and mainly thank you to you guys for spending the evening with us watching England. Thank you so much, and we will see you very soon. Enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. Good night.
Away the Lions.